Only 20 minutes? I didn't realize world record. I didn't realize that was a new world record. I thought this was an hour. Come on, Shay. You should know this game better than
No,
you
Cookie
should
is
know
gonna do the wrong warp into Flowey, dude. We already went over this. These strats.
AOSC race win? Good question. Oh, it looks like we've just started the run.
Oh yeah, we've just started.
Okay. So...
Cookie
yeah.
started late? Yeah, he did.
It might just be delay.
Possibly.
So, we run into Flowey first up, and... I don't know, does he seem like he's trying to pull something here, or is he just, you know... Oh. Okay, that was a massive stream delay from Snowy there.
Interesting.
Yeah, so basically Flowey just tries to kill the protagonist straight away because apparently that's his MO. That's how he works.
You actually, the fastest way to get rid of that little circle is to hold down and left, because Toby Fox is really good at lining stuff up, and the circle is not aligned to the box properly, not even close.
So we just see Toriel come in to rescue us, and she's going to take us through the first half of this ruins area.
Even though in the speedrun we're going to basically just be neck and neck with her the entire time.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast, you know? No stopping.
Well, what's an Asgore? I don't know, Cookie, but I'm sure it's tasty. I mean, what?
Yeah, I'm sure Shay is really bad at it too.
Alright,
so the fastest thing here to do is talk to the dummy. That gets you through the battle as fast as possible. We're also just going to flee from this frogget here, because that's the fastest thing you can do.
Yeah, we flee from the frogget because any other action besides fighting it and one-shotting it, it wastes about 5 seconds.
Dude, are they like tied to the same frame? Look at this.
I think Snowy might be like 1 frame ahead.
They're like on the exact same frame. What the heck?
It's like super close.
No! Oh my god!
But yeah, in another category, which I'll go into a little bit of detail of, we do kill that frogget in one shot, but we don't do it here because it just wastes time relative to what we need it for. Other than that, yeah, it just wastes time to not flee it straight away.
So what Cookie was doing there in the top right was something called a swag walk, which is just that. It doesn't save any time, but it's a cool little trick you can do by alt-tabbing out of the game. Alright, no encounters.
Both missed the first room encounter, that's good.
Now if it was me running, I'd get second room encounter right here. Nope, okay.
Oh, both runners skipped that as well. We mash our way through this text, push the rock from the top.
We're gonna get an encounter here. Snowy's gonna get a frogget, and Cookie's gonna pull ahead because he got a Whimsun.
Yep,
which is faster because you can instantly spare Whimsun and just run away.
Also, sorry, I meant to say before, push the rock from the side, not the top, because apparently that's a thing.
You actually only need to push one of the rocks in this room. The other two, they're pointless. The game only checks if the third one is on the switch.
Oh, Snowy almost got rock skipped there.
Almost. Both of them getting multiples, so that's optimal.
Yeah, so there's a little trick that sometimes comes up, sometimes it doesn't. We'll go into that after this encounter. So we have Naps the Blue Care. He's a sad ghost, so we have to try and cheer him up.
So you just have to use cheer on him a bunch of times?
Yeah, the method that we use here is we cheer 3 times, then on the 4th turn we can either cheer or flirt. Now if we check or threaten on the 4th turn, basically Naps the Blue goes a bit crazy and we kind of have to kill the run.
Yeah, if you check on 4th turn, your run's over.
Yes,
basically, the only way to get out of it is to either die or to cheer
wait it out
13 more times. Which, yeah.
Oh, Snowy got an extra encounter there. That's unfortunate.
Of course, it's looks.
Yep. So I guess we have a little bit of time here. So with the rock skip, probably not that relevant now, but if you time the encounter right and you push the rock at the same time you get the encounter, you can actually skip the animation of being pushed back. Just a little bit
that's
of...
all completely RNG, depends on when you get the encounter.
Yeah, you're right, Toodle. Chair is faster than Flirt on the 4th turn. It's a little bit faster. Also, Snowy got an encounter in the 2nd switch room. That's unusual.
No, it's not. Have you watched my speedruns?
I mean, it's a 50% chance, Shay. Let's be reasonable. Cookie
like
is
100%.
about a second. Cookie's like a slight favorite at the moment. He's slightly ahead going into the tree room.
Yeah. So since this is neutral, we're not going to be getting the pie. If this was True Pacifist, we would, because of a secondary function it has in the final boss of the True Pacifist run.
Yep.
If
and
you
we
know
don't have to
about
worry
that, then you
it.
know about that.
Yeah. Basically, as Shay said before about killing Vulcan in Hotland, that is the reason we kill Vulcan, is we substitute that for the pie. It saves a little bit of time, and it basically covers the damage output we do to Asgore later on.
Yeah. Killing the Vulcan will get you to level 4, which will cut an entire turn off the Asgore fight.
There is another strat that some runners used to do in core, where they would kill the astigmatism on the bridge leading to the Mettaton room.
Yeah, but that strat's stupid.
You're stupid.
Alright, so here's Toriel. So I'll go ahead and explain how Toriel works. Toriel, my favorite encounter in this game. So she has this attack that's this sweeping hand motion from the top left. Snowy just got it there. So you want as many of those attacks as possible, because by running into it, the attack will automatically end and you'll save a bunch of time. So you want as many of those hands as possible. What Cookie did was he went and got hit by a 1 damage thing on the bottom left of a certain attack that'll offset his HP, so he could potentially get 8 hands instead of the normal 6. But, you know, that's up to RNG whether or not Toriel feels like giving you the hands. Snowy is going to get good RNG. Cookie, middling, it looks like.
I just saw something on Snowy's end. He did cancel out on 2 HP 1 turn early, I think. He did still have, because the next turn that came up there was dialogue. Basically, if you don't get enough hands to cancel out outright and you choose to take damage the normal way, you want to cancel on the turn where you see just the 3 dots pop up in the first dialogue box, which is the last turn that you can actually take damage voluntarily. So Snowy might have been a turn early on canceling that, which is unusual.
I mean, the better way for me is that I look at Toriel's facial expression. She'll have her eyes will be slanted, but not slanted all the way.
Yeah, I mean, each to their own. So Snowy's on pace for a 650, I want to say, maybe 651. Okay.
Yep, 652 for Snowy, and Cookie looking like he's going to be a 658.
I think it might be a 7. Nope.
7.
No, 7 flat.
That's not too bad.
Okay. Yep, so Snowy is about 8 seconds ahead at the moment, and since we've done this part of the run and all the RNG's out of the way now, it's all down to skill and execution for the most part. As we just saw in chat, by the looks of things, Snowy's ahead of his current PB for Linux, which is good.
How on earth is his PB only a 652?
Could be a 653, we don't know.
No, wait, no. He said he's ahead of his PB by how much?
No, he didn't say he didn't say by how much. He said he was ahead. That's why I said his PB could be a 653. So we get through this little cutscene here, and we start on the outskirts of Snowdon Town, and we go through this long icy corridor. Nothing suspicious here. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, look, a stick.
Oh, okay. Someone broke the stick. Oh, Cookie got the
swag walk.
Cookie got the swag transition. Let's go. So if you transition rooms while doing swag walk, you can actually maintain that swag walk into the next room in the middle of the pathway. From what I remember with that, if you don't break out of it before you go into a cutscene,
game gets messed up.
Yeah.
So right now, Snowy's going to be talking to Nest from Earthbound. It takes a very long time to walk up. No, just kidding. It's just Sans. Anyway, this cutscene is where you're basically just going to be mashing text. Frisk and Sans will move automatically here, so you just mash away.
You get to
here we have the best character in the game.
I thought the best character was Alphys, wasn't it?
Who?
No, I'm kidding. Papyrus is probably the best character in my opinion. I mean, he just seems so naive and innocent. Like,
can I get some nyehehes in the chat, please? Anyway, they heal at that save point that Snowy just did because you're currently at 2 HP from Toriel. You don't get auto-healed, and I found that one out the fun way.
And basically the reason that they heal is there is a possibility of a skip later on that does 3 HP damage, and because both the runners got down to 2 HP during the Toriel fight, if they go into the particular encounter with 2 HP and get the skip, then there's a strong chance they'll die. Well, strong, 100% chance they'll die if they want to take the skip.
There's other things that can also kill you, like Lesser Dog being mean.
But that's just down to execution, though. Like, if you don't menu right, it's your own fault.
Or Dogressa. Dogame.
Dog marriage, yeah, that does kind of.
Anyway,
So
they're gonna throw the stick at. We didn't mention this, but they got the tough glove out of the box. The reason why isn't to use the tough glove; it's just to have the stick in the inventory, because you want to equip the stick. The stick, when you use it on dog monsters, will automatically spare them. They'll meet their spare conditions automatically. So that lets you just quickly get through the doggo, dog marriage, and greater dog boss fights that are unskippable.
Yep.
Lesser dog you can just run away from.
Yeah. Genocide Tournament might be interesting.
Dude, how did he do that? How did SnowieY do that? I don't get it.
What?
How did he get through that puzzle? I'm still stuck on this puzzle, dude. How, man?
I mean, it's simple. You just have to follow the footprints, Shay. It's not that hard.
What footprints, dude? That puzzle's impossible. I don't.
I mean, have you tried it? Have you tried it though? Yeah, no, sorry, just reading a bit of chat there. It'd be interesting to see too, if we get enough interest, maybe. But I mean, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that. Okay, so SnowieY just fleed Lesser Dog. I want to say that he's gained a little bit of time on Cookie there. He's about 10 seconds ahead now, maybe a little bit more. And also, SnowieY is now starting the dog marriage encounter, Dogamy and Doggeressa.
Which you're just going to use the stick on. SnowieY gets the faster attack here, which is good.
That saves about 1.2 seconds, I think. Thereabouts.
That's the attack you want. Let's see if Cookie gets it. Cookie does not get it. He gets this attack, which
feels bad, man. Ooh.
Anyway, if you're not aware, this little puzzle here with Papyrus, there's a switch in the tree that if you click it, it just automatically completes it for you. So,
yep, you just
didn't
have to
know
step
that
on the switch.
There's a little bit of game knowledge for you.
And now we come to the color puzzle, which both runners will want to try and skip through because it just wastes a lot of time. So
nobody in this entire speedrun community can understand this puzzle. It's too hard. It's also faster to not understand it, just like real life.
Yeah. And we're coming up to one of the harder early game tricks that we get to see, which is Ice Puzzle Skip. Let's see how SnowieY handles it.
Yeah, before the punch card exploit was found, which we'll get into a little bit later in Waterfall, the fastest way to go through the neutral any % category was to basically do genocide. Cookie, that was disgustingly sick. Anyway.
That was incredible.
The best way to go through the game, the fastest way, not the best. If you do genocide, you're a terrible person. The fastest way was just to do genocide all the way up until core, and then abort your genocide at Muffet.
Yep. SnowieY got dog skipped there. Sorry.
And just walk straight through to Metaton, kill Metaton, go and fight Asgore and Flowey at like love 15, and you'll actually have the potential to kill Asgore in about 6 or 5 hits if you're good.
6. I think 6 turn is optimal. Turtle, if you're still in chat, can you confirm? Because I think in his record he did get a Tazgore, which might have been a 6 turn.
Well, yeah, you're using the gun at love 15, so.
Well, or the pan.
You want to get the pan back then. Who gets the pan?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, 6 of 1.
Why'd you need it? You're not fighting anybody else.
Okay, yeah, 7 turns with the pan, 6 turns with the gun. Got it.
All
That's fine. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Toodler did it with... Wait, did you do it with pan or gun in your run, Toodler? I'm confused.
Who uses gun? What kind of idiot would use that weapon?
Oh. Hang on, I need to...
Anyway, SnowieY and Cookie are both going to be entering Snowden Town now.
Okay.
We're going to be coming up to literally the hardest boss fight in the entire game. This guy is just absolutely disgustingly difficult. No speedrunner has consistently been able to beat him. He's basically just completely
unkillable.
insane. He's absolutely unkillable, yeah.
I mean, he's even worse for Shay than Asgore, OPOP.
Shut up.
I had to, I'm
so as
sorry.
you can see, SnowieY is like magnetically drawn to his attacks. That is... I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I just don't see a feasible way to beat this boss fight.
Like, he's going straight into the attacks though. Like, why? What's so attractive about getting hit by those bones? I don't get it.
You do it too, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm saying I don't know why. Like, we just do it because of instinct.
Anyway, as you can
Like,
see, Snowy checked Papyrus and Cookie threw the stick at him. Both equally bad options. Neither of them worked.
yeah. So Snow's going back for a second attempt. We'll see how this goes.
Let's see if Snowy is able to do some new strategies. Oh, he's blue now.
Oh, okay. But he's drawn to the far right corner of the box. Is that like some sort of ultramagnetic ability that Papyrus has?
Ultra Instinct Papyrus?
Wait, does that mean
not miss Super doing this? That comes out tonight.
Oh, please, I'm sure you can wait.
Yes, I can wait, but I just gotta make sure I don't click the YouTube button, because the spoilers are gonna be all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, second half of Geno Toodler, it's basically oh sorry, not Toodler, but for everyone else, basically second half Geno compared to first half is execution based more than RNG.
Yeah, Chad, I'd say Cookie is moderately good. He's almost as good as me, Kappa. No, I'm kidding. Cookie is one of the best runners currently active in the community. He does all sorts of crazy shenanigans. Like, he runs the categories that nobody runs. Like, he runs all major endings consistently. He one time ran true 100%, which is all, what is it, 92 endings of Undertale?
93. He
it
completed
was a 30-hour speedrun.
He completed it once, but he also attempted it twice beforehand. Yeah, he's basically like, he does all the obscure categories that no one else really runs.
Yeah, he actually currently, technically, is the world record holder for all major endings, because TGH is dumb and forgot to highlight his PB video, so that got deleted.
Okay, so I think Snowy's going to fight Papyrus again, or is it the fourth turn? Okay, no, never mind. And there we go, we've beaten Papyrus.
Yep, Snowy just beat Papyrus.
So apparently we don't have to fight him, we just have to talk to him enough.
Yeah. So no, the reason the runners are intentionally dying to Papyrus, because why the heck not? It's faster than fighting him, because his fight actually takes forever.
It takes about a minute and a half longer to fight Papyrus fully than to just die to him 3 times.
Yep. Anyway, if this was TPE, or True Pacifist ending, the runners would be turning around and going and dating Papyrus, but since this is neutral, we don't have to do that. So we're just going to make our way, and we see this knight in shining armor. This mysterious character here. Papyrus seems pretty scared of her.
Did you just assume their gender?
I don't know, did you?
I didn't say anything, you're the one that said. Well, I mean, you can sort of see it vaguely in the text if you look closely enough, but that's basically.
I'm pretty sure Papyrus says Miss Undyne at one point.
Yeah. I mean, yes, we know that. Well, basically, we now know that it's Undyne, so. Yeah. I mean, this was before that text came up in the dialogue, though, Shay. Come on. You're spoiling things again for these guys. Come on,
we have this random yellow dinosaur, and he's not there anymore.
I don't think it's a dinosaur. I think it's
like a very important character.
Nah. I think he's just there as a plot device.
Alright, thank God Snowy didn't mess up the flowers. Never forget, he was about 10 seconds ahead of his PB and messed up the flowers and lost the run. Because if you mess up these particular flowers because they're bad, you actually have to exit the room and walk back in and do them again. With the ones here, you can use the bell to resummon them.
So I was looking at chat. There's a little bit of discussion about. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on that.
What on earth am I reading?
Oh man, I don't think I want to know. Okay, so we're just about to come up to the first spare section of the run. We call spares 1. What's the ETA on this run? Depending on how well this goes for both of them, I want to say 56, 57 minutes.
I'd say the estimated time for both of them is about 57, yeah.
Yeah, well, if Snowy's ahead of pace at the moment, he could be on 56.
Before he gets a 55 on Linux.
If he does that, I swear.
I mean, yeah. Once you're this high up in the Undertale runs, basically the entire run you're going to be about equal pace to your PB until eventually you get to Asgore and that makes or makes or breaks your run. I can speak the English language, chat. I'm good. Could the runners please slow down so I can read the text? Oh, man. That's such a Twitch chat thing to say. I love it.
Okay, so we're just about coming up to the punch card room. Here we are. I think Snow's pulled a little bit further ahead of Cookie now. It's probably about 25 seconds-ish. Maybe. So Snow's got the punch card. We're gonna... Oh, yeah, we're gonna see him start breaking the game here with what we call text storage.
Alright, let's explain the punch card, because this thing is fun. So, this joke item, I guess, was probably a last-minute addition by Toby Fox. You know, not really thought about in the programming, and because of that, there's a little bit of an exploit with it. Just a small little exploit. Yep. When you use the punch card from your menu, there is one frame in between when you use it from the menu and when the little "please come back" text pops up on the screen. And in that frame, cutscenes can activate, like you just saw SnowieY do. He just activated the Onion Sands cutscene, and now he's just walking through it. So the punch card lets you not only walk through pretty much every single cutscene in the entire game, but as SnowieY just did there, you can also wrong warp, or just basically teleport into a room by getting up against a wall and screen transitioning with the punch card. For some reason, the game gets really confused as to whether or not you're screen transitioning or not, and it just throws you onto the default location for a given room, which, depending on the room, can be really far in or really far back. So yeah, because of that, the punch card is basically the crucible to Undertale speedrunning. Every single skip is based around this one exploit. So, because of that reason, I feel Undertale is like a pretty basic speed game to get into, but it's extremely difficult to get really good at. And it's really, you know, it has a wide-ranging appeal because of the fact that it's all one trick.
Yep. The only thing with the punch card that's a little bit technical is you have to be intricate in when you're closing the punch card when you're doing, say, a wrong warp or something like that. Because if you don't mash the punch card away fast enough, what can happen is you will soft lock after completing the wrong warp. So that means, basically, I'll try and explain it as best I can. Because your interact value is changed during the transition when you're doing the wrong warp, because if you don't close the punch card early enough, the game will keep you on that interact value where you won't be able to move because you're still going to be in transition.
Did you just see that bridge skip that he just did?
Spares 2? I saw the end of it. I didn't see the actual skip.
That was gross. You didn't even stop. Like...
So it would have been like a really fast frame perfect. Nice. So yeah, hopefully that makes a little bit more sense on soft locking because, yeah, interact values and whatnot are weird when you do wrong warps. I should just add this real quick. The only wrong warps you cannot soft lock on, to my knowledge, are overflow wrong warps or text storage wrong warps. With the exception of if there's a chooser at the bottom of the screen with the text. If you're on yes,
the wrong option. Yeah.
Yes, if you're on yes when you do the wrong warp, it will soft lock. Otherwise, you have to be on no for it to work.
But that only comes up a grand total of one time in any category, literally ever.
Oh yeah, I mean that particular
the box
text storage.
The box
the
text
box
storage wrong warp's the only one.
Yeah, the box warp. Yeah.
That is the only one.
Yep. So SnowieY just got sent down to the...
other thing that the punch card can do is it can do text storage. So the way that works is that you click or interact with an object during the void frame where nothing's happening, and then the punch card pops up and you close the punch card before the text begins scrolling, and then you will have text scrolling on your screen but also a full range of movement, and that text can basically be used as a budget punch card. You know, you can walk through cutscenes because of the way your interact value works, or you can wrong warp with it.
Okay, so SnowieY's coming up to the Mad Dummy fight now.
So Mad Dummy, like, a lot of people ask this in my streams when I run, why can't you skip Mad Dummy? Toby Fox really did not want us skipping Mad Dummy because there's an invisible wall. For no reason. There's just an invisible wall in this room that doesn't go away until Dummy's dead.
Oh, I think Snowy got Jesus Frisk as well, which you may or may not have missed. Yep. So the objective with Mad Dummy here... Snowy, what? What did you just do? That's 6 cycle right there. That's gonna be 6 cycle. He's not gonna get 5. Like, I'm calling it.
Are these like new strats that I'm unaware of?
Like, if he still gets 5 cycle, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, he has the bad attack pattern now. What?
I don't think he's gonna get it. There's no way.
What the heck?
If he gets it, well... I mean, let's see. Let's see if I'm wrong.
Yeah, okay, I was about to say,
right.
No way.
Yeah.
So yeah, Snowy made a big mistake there at the beginning of the fight. I have no idea what he was doing.
Yeah.
That's unusual for him.
Normally you just take the first attack that comes up and stand through that, and then...
Cookie is also not gonna get it. Wow.
What?
Choke City out here, boys.
That's crazy. Yeah. For the first attack, you want to stand right underneath Mad Dummy and let the first wave hit you, then dodge. I don't know what Snowy did there, but that was a little bit awkward.
So both of them are bad runners.
Tula.
This is why I'm better at the game. Yeah,
so you're right, Tula. He did still have the normal attack pattern, but obviously the fewer cotton balls you have hitting.
So yeah, what we're freaking out about, there is a specific way to set up Mad Dummy's cotton balls so that you can beat him in 5 turns. Both of the runners managed to mess that up, so they got 6 turns. And Snowy's dangerously close to dying here.
He's fine. He dodged all the missiles.
Right.
I was gonna say, I don't think Cookie messed anything up too drastically. I saw Snowy doing the weird strats on the first turn, but because we take 1 damage on the first turn, because if we do too much damage on the first and second turns, then we get a really weird attack pattern, which makes it really difficult to 5 cycle.
Hey, remember the last time we raced Snowy when he was at 4 HP going into Undyne?
Mm-hmm.
I hope he heals.
In that same race, I soft-locked as well, so it feels bad.
Yeah, what we're talking about is my very first Undertale race was with Snowy and BBC, and we were going to race True Pacifist. I was much worse at the game than I am now. This was like a couple months ago. And Snowy died to Undyne, and... I'm sorry, sir, do you want to start something? Do you have a problem?
Sorry, carry on.
Anyway, Snowy's just gonna be... Oh, he actually got the wrong warp there. Interesting.
Yeah.
So Snowy's just gonna be blazing through Waterfall now until we get to the Undyne cutscene. That was gross.
But yeah, sorry, what Shay was saying before was in said race, at 4 HP, Snowy decided to fight Undyne for whatever reason, and he died. Hey,
BBC, did you know that this cursed place has no entrances or exits?
I did not. Thank you for telling me that. Today I learned.
I had no idea, man. He knew.
Oh, he's still at 4 HP. Snowy, why? Also, fun fact: if you're not careful with your menuing at Temi, you can actually get caught in the attacks, and they aren't easy to dodge.
Temi has 2 attacks. One is like a game of Snake. You know, that old game you played on your phone. Snowy going for... Oh, God. Wait, I want to watch this. Oh, he's not going for the second half of it. Alright. So what Snowy just went for there is a trick called Flower Flow, which is obscenely difficult. And looks like Cookie going for it, too. He's going to get it. At least the first half of it. Cookie is going to be going for the second trick. And he gets it! Wow! Amazing.
Let's see if we can get some poggers in chat for that Flower Flow.
I don't think this channel has poggers. Just do PogChamp.
Oh, yeah. Well, PogChamp, or even just typing out poggers. I mean, the sentiment will be there.
Alright, Snowy's about to do the hardest trick in the game. Let's see if he messes it up. Alright, he's gonna get it. And
nice.
Let's see if Cookie can do it too. I'll explain what's happening as soon as Cookie gets it. Since we'll have some downtime while we're fighting Undyne. Estimated completion time for this is about an hour, maybe a few minutes under. Alright, Cookie's gonna get it too.
They
So,
both got
what
it.
that trick they just did is something called one dine. One dine is getting everything that Undyne offers out in one continuous motion. There are 2 cutscenes you skip, as well as a wrong warp into the next room to skip a phase of Undyne. So the runners have to menu up to one trigger, punch card it, menu up to a different trigger, punch card that, get onto the trigger for the wrong warp without exiting the room, mind you, then do the wrong warp, and it's a very bizarre wrong warp. The timing is different because of the panning screen and stupidity. I don't know. Toby Fox is good at programming. But yeah, it's very difficult to pull that off. These runners have obviously practiced it hundreds of thousands of times, so they're gonna both get it. And that saves about 20 seconds over doing the second next most optimal thing, which is one cycle Undyne.
Yeah, and that's usually... Okay, so Snowy got Undyne Water there, which is good. Or we've got Undyne Water Skip, I should say.
Yep, Cookie getting 2. Snowy's gonna get Lab Skip.
Yep.
So what Lab Skip is you're just gonna grab some text off of really anything in the room and walk into the cutscene with Mediton and just blaze past.
Yeah, as Taylor said in chat, you don't have to be right on the position for the wrong warp. You can be a little bit behind it, but it's a weird wrong warp.
1 pixel behind, yes.
No, Toodle is saying 3. You can be 3 pixels behind.
Me and Snowy tested this in a Discord call, it's 2. Unless something's changed.
I mean, it could be 2 buffers, I don't know.
Well, yeah, 3 pixels, 2 that you can actually stand on.
Yeah. So yeah, we get to see the pen now. Best weapon in the game, no doubt.
Yeah, I don't know who would use the gun, what kind of silly person. So the runners, the punch card makes these vents really weird, and I never really questioned why this was until recently when someone on my stream asked me why it happened. But the reasoning for it is that when you step on a vent normally, your movement and interact values are set to 0 so that you can't move. Frisk is brought to a neutral state where he's not holding any direction. But when you use the punch card on the vents, you're able to hold directions, so the vent physics combine with the fact that you're holding a direction to do some really weird things that Toby was not counting on. Here's an example here. Snowy's gonna hold right on these vents and just shoot off super far.
Yeah, you basically get launched in whatever direction you're aiming at. Also, that is a nice jetpack skip there.
Yeah, I'll explain jetpack skip as Cookie's going through it, since Snowy has nothing on his screen right now. So jetpack skip.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
There's this refrigerator right here that he just talked to. It's completely dark, you can't see the refrigerator, but there is a refrigerator there. You just saw it. So by interacting with that and getting text storage off of it twice, not once, but twice, you can use the text, walk into the other text, the one where Alphys turns on the lights, and use that text to get through the cutscene where you have a jetpack. It's really bizarre, and there's no reason it should work, but it does. So, yeah, I'm not complaining about it, but
yeah,
nobody really knows why it works.
Also, just to point out, adding on to what Shay was saying before, in the Japanese version of this game, you actually cannot do jetpack skip in its entirety. The reason for that is because inputs are kind of broken, and we lose the ability to do text storage or overflows in the Japanese version. So we cannot actually do the jetpack skip.
Yeah, I should mention this actually. Yeah, 40 minutes into the run mentioning this now. So the version of the game that both of these runners are playing is the Linux 1.001 version of the game. And the reasoning as to why is because in this version of the game, and this version of the game only, Enter and Shift are counted as separate keys from Z and Enter, despite them performing the same things. And because of that, the inputs don't overlap. In every other version of the game, including the most recent ones, this happens. So your inputs, when you're mashing and doing tricks, will eat each other really badly. And yeah, it's a very bad problem, and unfortunately, it makes the newer versions of the game not as fun to play on because of the fact that you're going to miss a lot of things.
Oh,
but at the same time, they're faster. Oh god,
sorry.
No. Cookie,
he's
please don't mess this up.
He's soft-locked.
Oh no!
He went to do vent and he's soft-locked.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
No way!
That's an unfortunate
that's a feels bad,
run. Oh.
Can we get some F in chat to pay respects? What Cookie tried to do there was called vent strats for the new skip. But you have to be finicky and basically really accurate when you launch off the vent. Otherwise, you get caught in the bomb skip area and you can't actually get out. Yeah, let's get some F in chat. That is
F in chat for that. That is unfortunate.
So that is
all
1-0
Snowy
to
needs to do
Snowy.
now is finish.
Well, yeah, if
He
Snowy
still needs to
doesn't
finish the run, yeah.
Well, yeah, that is true.
If Snowy soft locks on something, then technically
Yeah.
it's an 0-0 match.
That's like the single worst thing that can happen. That's one of the reasons why I don't really do vent strats all that much.
I don't do that skip either. It only saves a second. And
oh no, he's reloading, so he's carrying on.
He's carrying on in case Snowy soft locks to something.
Load a save file. I'm not watching. Toodler, please. We don't want Cookie at Asgore like 35 minutes in. But yeah, that's a big hard oof right there.
Yeah, it's almost as big an oof as dying to Asgore, but thankfully these runners are good.
Yeah, let's see. Is he gonna? No, he's not gonna try it. He's gonna try it again.
Cookie, why? Stop!
He did it again!
Oh my god!
Why?
Cookie,
why? No! Okay, I think that's a forfeit. That's an oof.
That's an F in chat right there. Oh no!
Why? Why would you do that, Cookie? Let's get some more F in chat.
He's going for it a third time.
Oh!
I think he just wants to get this. It's the principle of the thing.
I mean, I don't blame him, but still.
Just go.
Madman! Absolute madman!
Is he going for it again? Oh my god,
yes,
no! He missed
Oh,
there,
no,
he got it. There it is.
He saved it, but that's too little too late, though, unfortunately. I think he's already forfeited the race because he doesn't have timer. Oh, man. I am in disbelief. That is just a big, hard oof.
I mean, thankfully this is a series, so that wasn't the end of the stream right there, but...
Well, it wouldn't have been the end of the stream, it just would have been the end of Cookie's run, but Snowy would have kept going.
Meanwhile, Snowy's just blazing through core, yeah. Hotland, he's actually entering core is what I meant to say. So, core. We're gonna primarily be looking at Snowy's stream here since he's way far ahead now. We're gonna skip this encounter here with the magic. Gonna touch this laser, which will always be blue, blue, orange every time. That's consistent. You can skip this cutscene here if you punch card into it. These two have invisible walls, so you can't skip them. So he's just gonna mash right through that. He's gonna take a wrong warp right here. Not gonna get initial skip.
He's gonna go for
backup. There is a backup for this skip. Let's see if he gets it. There it is.
There we go.
So this is the backup for the strat. It's not too much slower, actually. It's about the same amount of time. Why would he try wrong warping to the room when he's doing Snowy Core? Never mind. Anyway, Snowy's just going to be doing a series of wrong warps to get into this puzzle room, complete the puzzle here. And he's going to do something called Jingle Warp, which is that. Honestly, I have no idea how to do that. So he's just going to be doing some wrong warps. And, oh my. Oh. I was about to say, that would have been a near flawless wrong warp series. But he does mess up the last one. Anyway, walking into Metaton here, he is just going to walk right past Metaton, because this run really does not like Metaton at all. Same with Alfie's right here. So what he's going to do here is he's going to wait for this text box to scroll by, the wait, and then walk into the elevator. Going to wrong warp out of it, and boom, we're at New Home. So, the reason as to why you have to watch that little wait is because if you just try to do it a normal punch card way, you'll just... Unfortunately, you'll just get stuck in the cutscene.
Oh, okay, we come back to the Monster Tail, and we'll see if Snowy's going to get Megalore Skip here, or if he's going to do a different strat.
Metaton? I hardly know a ton. Stop it.
Just stop, please.
That was something in chat, okay? Wait, you can do a wrong warp into that room? Hello? Alright, I'm doing that on all my runs from now on. See you, bud.
Oh, is that the wrong warp into the lounge room?
Yes.
Yeah, that's been a thing for a while. You didn't know that?
No, I've never done that.
Oh, he closed the text. But he still got the normal
Okay,
wrong warp.
Cookie's tilted. Needs to take a break. Meanwhile, Snowie's just bouncing through New Home, where we, unfortunately, in terms of the pacing of the run, suddenly walk into a brick wall. This is Monster Tale. About 12, 13 cutscenes in a row. A completely unskippable text, unskippable cutscenes.
I think it's a bit more than 13. It's closer to 20.
I hope you really enjoy the backstory of Asriel, because you're about to see it, and then you're going to see it actually 2 times tonight, or 3 times, depending on how many matches this goes.
Also, yeah, Shay, read chat. Announcers don't read bad jokes. Yeah, I agree with that.
This is Undertale. This is the game for bad jokes. Hey, you want to hear a bad joke? Undertale. Yeah, BVC dislikes puns. I don't know how I feel about puns.
I guess that makes me Papyrus and you Sans.
Huh. So, do I get to be the cool final boss at the end of the secret route?
Eh. I mean, hey, you take what you want. I'll take the boss that's near on unkillable.
Fair enough.
No, I mean, I don't mind puns. It's it's a thingy.
So meanwhile, on Snowie's screen, he's still going through this. Yeah. But Asriel did not fight back, clutching the human. Asriel smiled and walked away. Look, when you've read this as many times as I have, you start to really not care anymore. Yeah, this is supposed to be a really dramatic walk of feels, but... So yeah, if you remember casually, this is just all of the monsters explaining to you, the player, not Frisk, because why would you explain it to him? Just explaining to you, the player, what happened with Asriel way back in the day, and the first human. Cool stuff. A little bit of lore. Fun things.
Yeah, you get the full backstory of this game for the most part in this series of cutscenes. Also, a little bit of a fun fact is in the genocide route, instead of the monster tale, you get SnowieY telling you the tale, and you can actually mash through it, because apparently reasons.
SnowieY's good, and you can mash through his text. Thank you, SnowieY. Based God.
Based good guy SnowieY, OP.
Good guy SnowieY, yeah. I mean, he does all the puzzles for you and Gino, so... Anyway, SnowieY's coming up on the final real skip of the game. This is Judgment Skip with Sans. And he's gonna nail it. This is just to skip this cutscene here where Sans judges you, which takes 2 minutes because it's all unskippable text. He's gonna wrong warp into this room to skip the Asgore cutscene and do the same thing here to skip the, think of it like a visit to the dentist cutscene.
Yeah. So what you just saw there we affectionately call the Rombu Combo, ironically named after one of the original members of the Undertale speedrunning group that founded the punch card, Rombu. Shout outs to him if he's around, or if not, well, rip.
He's probably lurking, knowing him.
I don't know, man. He seems like a busy man lately.
Well, he has a couple snakes. Anyway, SnowieY is entering the worst boss fight in the entire game. This is Asgore.
Well, that's your opinion of it.
This is the destroyer of runs right here, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, this is the most precise part of the game. You have to, with the pan, in order to do optimal amounts of damage. Let's see if SnowieY gets first turn crit. See how he gets golden attacks by hitting them in the middle? You need to get all 4 of those, and your attack will do about double damage as to what it normally would do. As you can see, he just did 347 instead of 180.
Yep.
So, getting all of that perfect. Every attack is what is affectionately known as Taskore. And it's disgustingly hard. Yeah, this boss is difficult.
Well, for some people.
Yeah, for some people. Like the guy who dies to him in the tournament race.
Mm-hmm.
That's me, by the way, Chad, if you weren't watching that race.
Yeah. And yet, also the same guy that died to Asgore in the tournament race somehow pulls a 58 out of nowhere. But yeah, no,
Snowie's just fighting Asgore. Let me tell you the story. BBC had grinded to get a 58 for so long, for like months, and he finally gets it, right? And about 2 hours later, I do a run on my stream and I get a sub him immediately. Like, first run out of the gate was a 58, like 40.
45. Well, I have been grinding
so bad,
I said jokingly that I'll get a 58 before Shay, and we made a bet, which I kind of cancelled out because I thought it wouldn't be fair for him.
Yeah, how about we just not disclose what the contents of that bet were?
I wasn't planning on it, but okay. We made a bet, and I said if I get a 58 before you, da 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 da. So I thought, okay, well I'll do it because I'll do it for the memes. First run I did in my attempt, I get a 58-56. Shay, of course, lurking on my stream, was like, okay, this is not going to stand. Immediately when I finish, he goes live, and first run he does, he gets a 58-45.
So BBC
you can't even let me have...
For like 2 hours.
No, it wasn't even 2 hours. Also, Snowy, that's a 45-50 A score, based on where most people would split. This run's a low 50... I want to say it's a low 57.
It's a good run. It was a good Asgore fight. He only missed 3 attacks.
Like, it's a high 56, low 57 pace run because it's about 11 minutes for Flowey. Oh, first ever 56. Yeah, first ever 56 in a race. Okay, confirmed Snowy's on 56 pace. Which is good. Because I think it's his first ever.
So we're entering the final boss, which isn't really a final boss because it's an animated cutscene.
It's an auto-scroller.
Yeah, it's an interactive cutscene, is what I like to call it. And it's Omega Flowey, or Photoshop Flowey, if you're a nerd. So...
sorry, I'll just jump in there. I would say we're doing our spam. I mean...
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah. Go dead, more like go dead. Wow, that is savage. Yeah. But yeah, assuming that the channel itself is okay with it, I wouldn't see it being a problem.
Oh, they're fine with it. We did it last time.
Yeah, I think we did it the last couple times.
Alright, who's at me on this?
I would say that was that person there.
So let's see, how's Cookie doing?
Cookie is starting the Asgore fight. He's at level 1 though.
He loaded up a save.
I know. I don't know why he just wouldn't load up a save at Flowey already and then just win the race.
Yeah, that's definitely a legal thing in races.
Yep.
Or he could be me and start fighting Sans.
Yeah. I still remember that. You hit oof on your screen and you started to fight Sans. That was fun.
No, I went into the Sans fight because he has a certain line of dialogue that's like, you seem frustrated about something.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you probably were a little bit frustrated with that.
You don't say. Just a little bit.
I mean, come on. Like, I think I was behind you for the most part of the early game of that race, and then I just caught up and pulled ahead. I mean, like, come on.
Yeah, like, we were neck and neck coming into Asgore. Well, I missed the long elevator. We were neck and neck long elevator.
Yeah, and then you
got 1-9 and I didn't.
Yeah, because I was like way behind you early game, and then I got 1-9 and you missed long elevator. But yeah, so yeah, our spam. We'll let you know when to start that. There is a certain point.
Is he potentially trying to die to Asgore?
Maybe. Maybe he's just tilted. I don't know.
He did send a thing to Shay earlier. So yeah, so Flowey on the left, you're basically going to go through 6 soul phases, and yeah, it's just the cutscene. Like, you can't even die in the soul phases.
Oh, Cookie didn't die to Asgore, feels good.
You're a little bit behind.
So yeah, so with that soul phase there's a little trick. I don't know if Shay mentioned it, but just in case. As you saw the blades going down to the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, rotating, I think it's clockwise, it means that the act button would come from the, if I remember correctly, top left. If it's spinning to the right, it comes from the right. Star, please. You can spam anyways. Also, no, I mean, the main rule I remember is if it's coming from the top, if the blades go to the right, it's coming from the top right. If it's going to the left, it's coming from top left. No, other way around. If it's right, it's going.
If it's right, it's going right. If it's left, it's going left.
Oopsie, I don't know. I mean, I just about bleeped there.
Wow, swearing
Yeah.
in my speedrun tournament? What the heck?
Excuse me, this is not your speedrun tournament. This is SnowieY's. And then, as someone in chat was expressing interest in
This
before,
is my friendly Christian tournament. None of that. No swearing.
This is not your tournament. This is SnowieY's tournament.
No heckin' swearing.
Please. But yeah, I mean, there'll be discussion obviously within the community as to whether we want to do a genocide tournament. But if we do, I'm sure we can make a similar arrangement to what we've got now.
Might as well just put a bunch of random number generators and have them compete.
Well, depending on the format. Depending on the format of the tournament.
It's like that one time that someone entered in a Fox Amiibo as a Smash tournament participant. I remember that video going viral. That was funny.
Cookie is hacking mad, apparently. I mean... Well, I was going to say, Cookie, just try to do what the Dallas Fuel could not the other day and go for the reverse sweep.
Topical.
I mean, I'm just stating it like it is.
Dear God. I mean, what? I didn't say anything.
What did you say?
So, this portion on the Soul Phase, I can speak English, is actually completely random as to whether it comes from the right or the left. SnowieY is going to do the safe route and stand in the middle. Some of us like to hug the left or right wall and see if we can get lucky. I mean, it's whatever. That's really the only non-player controlled thing in this whole fight, though. This is... Yeah, there is really not that much to talk about with Flowey. Nothing really meaningful, just dodging a bunch of projectiles. Although I do have to admit, in an Undertale Corruptions, this is by far the hardest boss fight in the game. Because Flowey's projectiles will become like Mount Ebott at the beginning of the game and have the hitbox the size of Narnia. Mad props to anyone who can no damage. That is worth bringing up. No-hitting Flowey is just... Don't take that challenge upon yourself. It's completely RNG.
It's... If I remember correctly, the statistics showed it was a 4% chance
that you would even have the pattern to get a no-hit.
Yeah. Because,
much less, you know, what if you messed that up by accident?
Yeah. I mean, basically 96% of the... I think it was... No, sorry, it was 4% of the possible attack combinations you can get can allow you the chance at a no-hit Flowey. But even then, it's 4% of the patterns.
Basically, the real reason is because there's this laser beam attack he does that shoots down the middle of the screen, and combined with the flamethrower attack, it is 100% impossible to dodge. There is no way to dodge it.
Yep. So SnowieY's going to do an early load here once he's done with this. The reason we do that is it saves time and we don't have to go through the cutscene where
Alright, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
It's time. It is the final phase of Flowey. Type OW, ow, in the chat. Spam to your heart's content. I want to see... I don't want to be able to read chat. I just want to see...
Let's just break.
Yeah,
Let's just break chat.
Speed gaming, please. They won't be mad at me, I swear, definitely.
Also, yeah, there's this. Yeah, any form of ow is acceptable. Any combination of ow and emotes as well.
Or you can be like me and just do a giant block of text like that. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Ow! Also, when we get to about halfway, we want to see some urus in chat. You are you.
Uru!
Uru!
Ow! So fun fact about the owl samples. Flowey's voices, aka Ow, Uru, and that's a wonderful idea, are all taken from some random Ronald McDonald's commercial from like the 90s and sped up. I don't even know, man.
Let's see some urs in chat now, guys. You are you.
Ooh.
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 Ow. Ow.
Ow.
Ow.
Ow.
Alright, that's gonna be Snowy finishing up his finale Omega Flowey, so we can hold off on the owl spam for now, but I guess we'll do it when Cookie gets there. You idiots.
Yep, so now we just have to deal with the rest of this cutscene, and that's basically...
high 56 pace.
Well, he confirmed in chat that it's a 56 run, so I'm assuming that...
56-53 is what I'm going with. Let's see.
Because Linux World Record, I believe, was 56:32, so it's going to be... It's probably a little bit above that, I think.
Well, for some reason, it takes 6 years for everybody in this game to die. So Flowey's just going to have a seizure on the screen.
Yep. Yeah, this is probably going to be like a 5640 to 5650 something.
Well, let's see. There's the special attack, the color, super color blaster, seizure procedure, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, we probably should have said before, epilepsy warning just in case, but...
Oh, wow.
I mean...
This is actually much better pacing than I thought it would be. It's a 56:45, I want to say.
Well, no, it'll still be a high 56:40.
Anyway, Snowy's going to kill Flowey, and you don't see it, but he is going to walk into the screen, into the door, and that's time. The reason you can't see it is because OBS doesn't like Undertale reopening really quickly. So unfortunately, you don't get to see that, but 56:49 is a very, very good race time.
Oh, definitely. I think that actually beat his old Linux PB as well. Let me just confirm that. No, not quite. His PB was a 56:45, so he's 4 seconds off there, but that's still a really good run.
Yeah, for a race, that is insane. Meanwhile, Cookie is just killing Flowey.
He's just killing Flowey for the sake of killing Flowey.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 1-0 to Snowy in the first round of the tournament. We have potentially one
cutscene here.
Oh, maybe.
Anyway, we're going to wait until round 2 begins. So Snowy is the winner of round 1 out of 3.
Oh my god.
Hello, friend. Nice
Hello,
run,
Snowy.
dude.
That run was just, like I was just saying, you were 4 seconds off your Linux PB, which is actually really good for a race condition.
Yeah, and you missed Cookie, he soft-locked to trying to do fast vent skip in Holland.
Yeah, he tried to do vent strats and then got soft-locked in the bomb area and then tried it again and did the same thing again. Third time we got it, though. So I believe that is 1-0 to you at the moment. I'm assuming we're just going to wait on Cookie before we start
about
getting...
to time my PB, Kappa.
Doesn't even have timer up. How do you know that?
I'm counting. Yeah, Cookie's going to get a high 59 is what it's looking like. I don't know, one of the memes in the SRC chat will have to tell me. So Snowy is going to be taking round 1. We will see the rematch in just a moment once they're both ready.
He quit out on the SRL race.
Oh. That's an oof.
So that is a race world record and the first ever 56 achieved in a race.
Nice.
Yay.
Congrats, man.
Nice ad score, by the way. That was an 11 turn, right?
Yeah, that was 11 turn.
Yep.
I needed 11 or 12 to get a 56.
Good job. Look at you actually being able to fight that boss. Ah, I wish. We can all be dreamers.
Yeah, well, some people more than others.
All right, time to smash Cookie in the face one more time.
Wow.
I'll see you on the flip side.
Good luck, Snowy. Okay, and that was Snowy, the winner of the first race just before, so we should be getting things ready for the second race soon once Cookie finishes Flowey, which...
Did we just completely go silent there? What the heck?
I would say so, yeah. Sorry,
Oh,
I've said something
weird.
I've just got something else coming up at the moment that I'm trying to...
Alright, the score is 1-0. The stage is set for Cookiepocalypse to have a monster reverse sweep. And Snow is just going to be mashing through this cutscene with the best music in the game.
Well, that's debatable. I mean, it's not Megalovania, but...
Megalovania is a great song, but
yeah,
I feel like it's weird that that's the most popular song in the soundtrack because it's literally the one song on the soundtrack that doesn't share leitmotifs with other songs. Like, it's the one exception in the 101 songs that are in Undertale soundtrack. It's the one outlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this Seagull actually speaking in his Discord?
Okay, we're starting the second run, it looks like. So I guess because we covered most of the mechanics of the run in the first, we're just probably going to be more focusing on what happens within the runners' individual races this time.
Yep.
Um,
I want to see Cookie come back. Cookie's about to set English world record. I hope you're ready. Yeah. Surprising though, English world record has stood for... we're approaching on it being up for an entire year pretty soon. Nobody has been able to beat TGH's 5632.
If Snow has another run like he just did, then that could be a very distinct change coming up.
If anybody's going to beat his world record, it's Snowy.
Yeah. I mean, let's be reasonable. With all due respect to everyone that runs the game that's up in their bracket, I think Snowy and very possibly Toodle or Cookie might be the only semi-active runners that would even remotely come close to it. I mean, I'm not trying to, like, bad name anyone here. It's just in terms of, well, you know I'm getting at, right, Shay?
For neutral. Yeah, a lot of the runners in those... TGH doesn't run Undertale anymore. Xander also does not, so...
Yeah, well, Xander doesn't run Undertale anymore, period, which I can sort of understand.
Neither does
like,
TGH, for
yeah,
what we know anyway.
It's most... I think it's... I mean, it's a personal preference, and I get that, but...
The doubled swag walk.
Oh my.
There's too much swag on the screen.
All this swag. What am I gonna do with all this swag?
I like how the pathways right now are kind of like leading into each other. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
They're both about a couple of frames apart.
Yep, no encounters, awesome. Let's see if they get second room encounter. This one's a lot more rare, but still can happen.
Yeah, it's still likely. I mean, not likely, but it's still possible.
30% chance, I'd say, from my experience.
Oh, no, we wanna...
Snooze. Both of them are gonna get Froggets. That's a. If it was my stream, I'd say spam Shay S, but there are like 2 people in this chat that have that emote, so.
Yeah. Also, shameless self-promotion. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, real talk, if you like the runners and what you've seen so far, I would strongly say to go and give them a follow on their respective Twitch channels, SnowieY101 and I think it's just SnowieY for his Twitch channel, and Cookiepocalypse is just Cookiepocalypse. Definitely 2 high-level entertaining runners that you should definitely go and check out more often if you're into the sort of stuff.
Cookie, might not look at it first, but he's very good at explaining stuff. He does all of the categories, like every single one of them.
He does the more obscure categories that hardly anyone else runs, like True 100%, All Major Endings, that sort of thing. Yeah, he's one of the more experienced people in terms of explaining content as we're going through. Snowy falling a little bit behind there early on, but it's not too major. Remember, this is Ruins, this is RNG.
I think he still speedruns Super Mario Odyssey. He
sometimes
Breath of the Wild for a little while, but that game is dead, unfortunately.
Wow.
No, that game's speedrun community is like dead. Like dead. Everybody moved on because I don't know. I don't know enough about the game to say anything.
Yeah.
It's almost as bad as Cuphead. Never forget when Cuphead was the #1 speed game on speedrun.com. And the developers were like, "Hey, look at this fun exploit that people were doing to save time and, you know, add a lot more technicality to the game. Let's just patch it out. Let's do that." That's really good development decision right there, guys. Really good. Good job. Clap. Good. Breath of the Wild any percent is too much RNG, and it's just dumb. It's a dumb category. All dungeons is still semi-active, but any percent is just like, ugh.
So I just want to point out, Cookie got a 450 into basement, which is on a really good pace. If he gets good tutorial RNG,
that's really good.
If he gets good tutorial RNG here, this could be easily a sub 650.
Well, let's see if he gets that.
He's got the spawner.
Yeah, okay. He canceled one attack there, but he got the spawner, so it's going to make up for it. He can still get 7 hands here.
Yeah.
Alright, come on. Keep giving him hands, baby.
Oh, that was close.
Snowy also going to be setting up for 8 hand.
Oh,
Cookie
3 more.
Needs 2 more hands.
Well,
yeah, I should mention this. I didn't say this the first time. When you're at 3 HP, it does not matter what the last attack is. It'll cancel no matter what.
Oh, he got it. He got the 8 hand. He got the 7 hand.
He got 8 hand.
Well, no, he got 7 because he had that extra damage cancel.
Yeah, ending your tutorial boss fight at sub 6 minutes is actually incredible pace.
This is probably going to be a sub 640 even, I want to say. Maybe a low 640. I honestly don't know.
Actually incredible. Cookie's on monster pace right now. Yeah, he's looking like a low 640 or a high 630 maybe. And Snowy is not far behind either. Yep, Cookie is gonna get a 644, it looks like. 643? 643. That is
nice. That is
insanely good ruins time.
That was a good turnaround considering we got a 7-minute flat last time.
Yeah.
This might be the reverse sweep.
It's just...
And Snowy is going to be the one getting the 7-minute ruins this time.
7 minutes is still, of course, manageable.
It's not super difficult to come back from a 7-minute ruins. It's just, ideally, you want to get as much good RNG in the early game as you can compensate later on if you are somehow
Ideally,
losing time.
if you're looking for a top 10 time on the leaderboards, you want to be around 6:53 exiting your ruins. But again, that's if you're looking like, higher skill level. Honestly, just a 7-minute, like a sub 7 for a more casual speedrun is very good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And when we are talking about times, we're talking about the time you exit Toriel's door. Not the big door, but like the smaller door leading into the bigger door. Finals. The reasoning why is because we did have a couple of races streamed. The semifinals the quarterfinals between these two same runners were also streamed. And the losers bracket match between me and BVC was also streamed. The other matches, either people in the tournament did not want streamed, or there were scheduling conflicts, unfortunately. We plan to have more of these matches shown off, but at least we're getting the finals shown and all that.
You're getting a good showcase of it as well. Like, if this keeps up, I honestly want to say Cookie will take this one. I know it's early days, but unless something goes dramatically wrong in Waterfall, because there's not much time variance in Snowden, I want to say Waterfall is probably the first point we'll know if Cookie's going to be able to start the reverse sweep off.
Yeah. Yes, this tournament was double elimination. Snowy actually has not lost a match yet, but originally it was going to be a more similar thing where Snowy would already be up 1 win coming in, but Snowy actually wanted to do the best out of 3 series with Cookie, so
yeah,
being a gentleman. But yeah, everybody else had double elimination. It's funny when you look at my time starting this tournament as to when I had my final race, it had improved like a solid 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think all of my races in the tournament I didn't even get a single sub 1 in the tournament, which is actually kind of weird. Like, my best run was in the first race, I think I got a 1 hour 35, and then, yeah, sub 10 doggo.
Doggo.
Doggo. That was a 9:43 doggo, holy.
Like, yeah, Cookie's pace is
really
legendary.
Good. Yep.
It's matching my TPD run from the other day.
He's 15 seconds ahead of Snowy at the start of Snowy.
Did Cookie just get zapped? Wait, did you just see that?
No, I didn't.
Cookie just got zapped. I'm looking back on the stream for this. While in the cutscene with Papyrus. He moved, yeah! He got zapped in the cutscene. I've never seen that before. That is next level strategy. Yeah, Cookie's on fire right now, having a really good early game. No major mistakes from either yet. Snowy's just a little bit behind because of Ruins RNG. Cookie are going to be entering, and he is not going to get the fast attack. He's going to get the slow attack, which saves about a second to get the faster attack in that fight. Greater Dog is a little bit more strict to save about 2 seconds by getting his fast attack. Well, okay, that was interesting. Good job, Cookie.
Sorry, if you can hear my keyboard tapping in the background, I'm just trying to have a private DM with someone about something. Oh! Cookie, no!
What?
I missed half of that, but I just saw Cookie getting stranded on that
Oh,
particular...
he went for... Oh, no, he missed. What? What? Okay, I've never seen anybody miss ice puzzle skip like that before.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
You see new things every day. Cookie is not really that far behind still. He did blow his lead.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay, he
gonna be
does
able
get
to...
fast attacks, so
That
he's
saves
not
a little bit of time.
terribly far behind. Basically, him and Snowy have just swapped positions.
I was wrong about Cookie not whiffing it into Waterfall. That was unfortunate. I saw a part of it. I saw him getting stuck on that particular tile that he was stuck on.
Jinxed it. Do you want them to reverse sweep or not?
I mean, I don't know. But anyways, now that little situation is dealt with, and I can focus more on the stream, I can catch some of the things that happen now.
Yeah, so if you'd like us to answer some of your questions in chat, since we're watching the second game and most of the tricks have already been explained, go ahead, let us know. Give us some questions to answer, it'll spare our time.
Yep.
We are
Anything
here.
and everything you want to know about the run, ask, and we should be able to answer for the most part.
Yep. Alright, first of all, I'm going to answer this question right out the gate, because nobody said it yet, but if somebody asks, is Undertale a good game? The answer is no.
Is water wet? Oh, Cookie tried to go for the overflow strat from the igloo there, and he got it. Saves a little bit of time, but not too much.
It saves 0.2 of a second. I missed the first run. Which bosses are killed? None of the bosses are killed. The only monster that is killed is Vulcan, and I guess technically Asgore is killed as well because it doesn't matter. And it's faster. But Asgore dies either way, spoiler alert, so...
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm memeing. Undertale is a great game. I just, you know, anybody who speedruns a game, if the speedrunner is not saying I hate this game at least twice a stream, it's not a true speedrunner.
Yeah, for a casual game, Undertale is good, but from a speedrunning perspective, it's not, because just all the grinding that we have to do.
Honestly, no, like, I really enjoy speedrunning Undertale, like, not gonna lie. Yeah. As much as I get mad at the game sometimes, I really do love speedrunning this game. It's a lot of fun.
Rephrase the game to Asgore.
Some of the tricks just make you feel all-powerful, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah. Like punch card and all that sort of stuff. It's one of those things, like, you start getting the hang of the punch card and you get to do all these tricks and you go, this is awesome, you know?
And then you get to Asgore and you want to stab yourself.
Well, that's only you, Shay. That's not me. Although, to be fair, I did have a 16 turn in one of my recent runs.
Don't make me bring the real knife over there, bud.
Please, bring it to GDQ.
So yeah, you really want to stick to the pan as the best weapon? Alright, I'll bring a gun to GDQ, you can bring a pan. We'll see how that goes, bud.
I'll just wait until you've got your back turned, and then it's easy. Game over.
Just click on your head, lol.
What area is my favorite? My favorite area is actually, I want to say it's Hotland, even though I have a really bad time of it in speedruns, but I like Hotland for the general environment.
For an execution-based Hotland/core, definitely. From just, like, the way the area is structured and whether I like it or not, I'd say either core or waterfall.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I meant to say personal preferences Hotland. Execution-wise, I want to say waterfall because there's so much tech that goes on there that it's just really exciting to me every time I get to it. It's like, you know, am I going to get one die, and am I going to get 5-cycle mad dummy? This sort of thing that comes up.
We're talking from a general perspective. I really like all the lore and all the, like, the atmosphere in Waterfall is actually top-notch. Speaking of atmosphere, I guess we didn't count this because we're talking about neutral, but True Lab also is one of my favorite locations.
Yeah, definitely.
But that is only in True Pacifist or all yellow credits.
Yeah, hexagonal. I kind of agree with that statement, though. Like, I kind of feel like the community got too big and started to sort of spread out more than it was capable of maintaining, and it just sort of went a bit out of control. Like, speedrunning community is really good. Like, for the most part, the speedrunning community is all right, but the casual community, if you will, it's I won't say it's good or bad, but I mean,
there's something about the type of game that, the lore-based, the kind of one that kind of messes with the fourth wall, has a lot of secrets in it, but still has a compelling story and characters. That kind of game really seems to be popular. I should probably be watching the stream, shouldn't I?
Yeah, might help.
Like, I mean, if you look at it in the past, other games that have grown to have reputations, we'll go with that. You have Undertale, you have Five Nights at Freddy's, Doki Doki Literature Club. Those are just some examples. All share a lot of similarities, especially Doki Doki Literature Club. That game is very similar to Undertale, but also different at the same time. But it's just something about those that seem to attract a lot of people. And also, it helps that they get a lot of coverage from, like, groups of YouTubers who will popularize them, like, the Markipliers, the Jacksepticeye's, all those peoples.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like after a while, though, once something has been around long enough and the main wave of the community passes, there's something actually good left behind.
Yeah, I think I sort of got into Undertale as a whole, like not so much speedrunning, but in terms of the actual game, I think from watching one of Jacksepticeye's playthroughs of Undertale.
I kickstarted the game, or I kickstart back at the game. My name is actually in the credits. If you look, it's at the part with the vertical scrolling text. You can see Shay, except for one Y. But,
yeah. Just as a little off-topic thing, what got you into speedrunning Undertale? Like, what did
TGH's run at AGDQ. That 100% was the reason I started even speedrunning at all.
Fair enough. Like, mine's a little bit different. I kind of, before that, basically, I was just watching some meme videos and dicking around and all that, and I just happened to come across a speedrun by Tej, and I thought, this looks kind of fun, and I thought I'd try it, started TP glitchless, and then it went from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So both runners are coming up to the punch card yet again to destroy the game a second time. As if Undertale wasn't... Undertale, this game in terms of its programming is terrible. It is held together by sticks, love, and a whole lot of duct tape and dogs.
Yeah.
They say in Legends that if you do a spectrogram of the soundtrack, it's just a bunch of dogs.
Yep.
Snowy. Snowy, you're going too fast.
I was gonna say, Shay, keep in mind that the game actually destroyed Cookie in the first race. Just a friendly reminder.
Yep.
Hopefully that doesn't happen again.
So fun fact, a little trick you can do that's in some other categories of this game, and by that I mean all major endings, because you never do it otherwise. You can actually overflow the box while there is a punch card in it, and you can get early battle issues.
And that same skip also comes up in the Genocide run, wherein you get to the lab, and this one's a little bit more difficult because there's no punch card, but essentially you interact with the dog food bag in a certain way, and you get
It lets you get fake text storage, yeah.
Yeah, you get a traditional overflow, and then it's kind of difficult to explain right now, but I'll try.
It's very hard to explain the trick without actually seeing what happens, but
yeah.
basically you get overflow, and you overflow the fridge that has the noodles in it, and because the pan is the next choice item in the sequence, you get the pan and the noodles. Because Undertale is great. For some reason, when you overflow a choice, it goes to the next one in the grand sequence, and the grand sequence, noodles happen to be next to pan in Genocide.
Because the pan is the next available item you can get after the noodles.
Also, I believe that lets you get the stained apron in Geno when you, or theoretically, when you shouldn't be able to. but whatever.
I don't think that's how it works. You can only get the early pan from that. You can't overflow twice to get the apron.
Yeah, I mean, just in general.
Sorry, we're doing best of 3, by the way, Ferret. So this is the second race. SnowieY took the first race after Cookie had a bit of a mishap in the hot lane vent skip for news show. It's a little bit close. It's a little bit close now, but
Programming quality of this game reminds me of Pokemon Red and Blue.
Oof.
Yes, actually, that is very comparable. It's in the same way where it sort of holds itself together until you do one thing to destroy the game.
Okay, so SnowieY didn't get the same glorious Spears 2 skip that he got last time. Maybe Cookie.
Someone asked, what controller is best for Undertale? In the speedrun, we all use keyboards. There are no active, to my knowledge, there are no active runners on the PS4 version of the game, even though theoretically it is the fastest version of the game. But there are some people in the community who do play on controller, partially. For instance, Isaiah used to play on controller, and TGH, when he ran, played on both keyboard and controller for different portions. And sometimes both at once, because he's weird.
Yes, confirmed. TGH is weird.
I mean, you have to go out of your way to break Undertale, too. Like, you have to know about the punch card thing, but just one simple trick can destroy the game, like item underflow does to Pokemon Red and Blue. It's really a good comparison.
I don't know if the PS4. Well, I think there are a few runners sprinkled throughout the categories that have done a PS4 run, but for the most part, I don't know if it's free, but I mean, I myself was debating at one point deciding to get the PS4 version, which I ended up not getting.
The reason why the PS4 version is technically the fastest is it's the newest version of the game, so you have the access to the Japanese language. But the one trade-off beforehand was that you couldn't do jetpack skip because there's no text storage. But on the PS4 version, there is a very weird way to do it by using the home menu of all things. It's some very bizarre timing. It's not worth it at all.
Yeah.
SnowieY is... What was SnowieY doing? He was just standing still on the flower bed for a little while there.
Apparently his keyboard stopped working.
My keyboard would stop working for a second there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't tell me any better, I thought you were using a Razer product. Captain.
Except he uses a Corsair, so I think if I remember rightly, his are either red switches or browns, one of the two.
He has reds. He has the same keyboard I do, except his is RGB. Yeah. So yeah, if you weren't here for it when we mentioned, the version that these two runners are playing is Linux 1.001 English.
Yep.
The reason we are not playing the newest version of the game, which has the Japanese patch, even though it is faster, is because the inputs are terribly, terribly messed up. Enter and Z will completely overlap each other, and same with Shift and X, and they'll eat each other. So your inputs constantly get dropped, and it is just not as much fun to run. But unfortunately, it's run this community into a kind of situation because it is still the fastest version of the game to play, even though it's less enjoyable. So most of us, the active people who are grinding this game, Cookie, me, BBC, SnowieY, all of us usually, except for SnowieY, are running on English, even though it is potentially faster to run on JP, just because it's not fun.
Well, the thing is, though, is with JP for the most part, it's optimal to run JP on either Genocide or the two glitchless categories. With Neutral and TPE mostly, it's not as beneficial. It's still somewhat beneficial, but with Neutral, you're only saving...
version of the game, yeah.
You're still saving like 20 seconds for Neutral, and I think about up to 40 seconds to a minute for TPE. Yeah, I mean, it's more...
The glitchless categories, it is 100% faster to use Genocide. To use JP. I was gonna say Genocide particularly because at the very end of the Genocide run, you have to watch or watch. I mean, if it's not audio, are you listening to it? Kara's speech at the end of the game is actually just legitimately a minute faster on JP. There's no trade-off at all. It is just a minute faster because the text goes by way quicker.
Yeah, it's mainly beneficial to all the unskippable text you have to go through, but for the most part, with the normal text and the skips and all that, there's not really much difference between the two. Also, we missed this, but we just want to point out, both runners actually got 5-cycle Mad Dummy this time. They didn't screw it up.
These runners skipping save points is giving me anxiety. Yeah,
I
for the
mean-
most part, the only reason to take a save anywhere in this run outside of the beginning one to heal at Snowdin or the end one to heal before Asgore would be right here after Mad Dummy, actually. At that save point you just passed, if you are low HP and do not feel confident in Undyne.
Yeah.
There is a backup. I'm not sure if the runners have it with them, but you can opt to pick up the Nice Cream from the box that you bought to get the punch card.
Hey Shay, did you know that this cursed place has no entrances or exits?
Yeah, I had no idea, man.
Also, Snow got the weird overflow wrong warp thingy from Napster Blue Room again. Cookie unfortunately did not.
Yeah.
I think Snowy missed that lamp there, so it's going to be a bit dark for him now.
If you don't have this memorized.
Oh, there's Timmy again, and there's Timmy going again. He did go the wrong way.
Stop.
He went the wrong way twice.
How?
Because he didn't have the first lamp trigger, that's why.
Big dum dum. Doesn't even know how to run his own game. It feels good, man.
That feel weird.
Yeah, Toby Fox, if you're watching this somehow, please fix your stinking inputs. Please fix them. It'll make the game fun again. And also that means I can totally just snipe the world record.
Well...
So both runners are going to be going for Flower Flow. It looks like Snowy will get it. So Flower Flow has two parts. To gain movement back after doing the flower, and to gain movement back after this cutscene here. And Cookie's also going to get it. Sick. Flower Flow in total saves about 3 seconds of walking, but if you mess it up, it's just a waste of time. Because it saves the camera panning, and it also saves you from having to walk over to the pathway that just appeared. Snowy getting bridge skip, and he's going to be entering Undyne, so let's see if he gets this. I hope he gets this.
I hope he does as well.
Oh, he's having a little trouble buffering. Okay, got it, and... Oh no, he didn't get it!
He didn't? Oh, he was too early on the wrong warp.
Oh yeah, he was not even close to the wrong warp trigger there. Let's see if Cookie can get it. Cookie's having some trouble buffering. Cookie's also not gonna get it. What?
Wow, both runners missing one die, and that's gotta be a first.
Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, because of the way we enter this room, the text box is just a little glitched out there with a cliff going through it.
That is a big old oof.
Yeah, that's an
chat.
oof. Give me
a double oof
in chat. OOF.
And considering that Undyne is usually one of Snowy's strong suits, it's a little bit surprising that he missed it in the way that he did. Because I think, like I said, I think he was just too fast on the wrong warp because he was up in position.
He wasn't too fast on, he was way too far away from the trigger. Like, the line that you usually use as your guide point was actually through Frisk's eye. Like, that's way too far down.
I think it was also the fact that Snowy rushed through it as well. Like, he got to the second PCE early, and then instead of trying to buffer himself up or whatever, he tried to do it as quickly as he could, and that's
evidence
what I think
that even the top runner still missed this trick, because this trick is very difficult.
Yep. Overall, throughout the whole game, the only trick that is harder to execute consistently, I would like to say, is early pan. Just simply because early pan being a frame perfect trick, and you have to do the overflowing and that.
I feel like early pan is a lot more consistent for me anyway.
It's relatively consistent.
There's a setup I use for it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's pretty much frame perfect for the most part, because you have to get the positioning right, interact with the dog food, and then get the overflow to work.
If you were watching my AME run the other day, I actually did the alternate lab skip for the memes and got it easy.
Nice.
So yeah, by the way, Chad, I hope you don't like Metaton very much, because this run skips everything Metaton related. There is no Metaton in this run. Not even the boss fight, we just walk past him.
But Metaton is bad, though. Oh, Cookie doing the overflow out of lab, that's good. Saves a little bit of time there.
You're far behind. You should refresh.
Oh no, I caught that. No, I caught that up on the stream. I looked at it on the stream.
Oh, okay,
sorry.
I was about to say, because Cookie's walking into the vent room right now.
Yeah. No, I know that. I've got the stream up as well.
Alright.
Yeah, so Snowy is starting the laser bridge, Cookie is fighting off Cinderplane. What?
I want to say that Metaton EX's boss fight is really good and has some really memorable moments.
Like
Unfortunately,
SA skip.
Mettaton EX is really not in many of the runs. He's in TPE glitchless and all major endings. In TPE glitchless, though, you're switching clothing the entire time. Fun fact that speeds up the fight significantly. And in AME is where I have a lot of fun with him, because you get fun stuff like shooting all of the projectiles. And my favorite part's the essay, because you can type... Yeah, it's faster to not type anything, but I like to spend the 2 seconds just to type whatever the heck in. Because it's a 5-hour-long run, so I'll just type in whatever I feel like.
It's usually just a meme or something like that, though, I'm sure.
Without using the letter P, because I made that mistake once.
Why?
Paused my timer by accident. I didn't notice. I literally did not notice until getting into long elevator that my timer was paused. And I was like, oh! So I stood in long elevator for like 3 minutes to try to even myself out.
That is a big old oof right there.
Yeah. Thankfully, I have since thus rectified that.
I mean, I don't even know why you have keys for your splits on your main keyboard. Like, I just have all mine on my number pad because I don't even use it.
No, wait, he's going to get his menu back. I'm big dum-dum. Alright, BBC, you're solo commentating for a moment. I gotta use the restroom.
Okay, I'll try not to disappoint. So yeah, if you've got any other questions in chat...
You already failed.
Oh, go use the restroom already. Also, volume warning there, in case anyone missed it the last time. Oh, okay, he made that across nicely. He made it across that nicely. Okay, we're coming up to... Well, Snow's coming up to the Royal Guard skip. And he gets it second buffer. Let's see if Cookie gets volume warning. He does. Oh, Snowy didn't get the new skip. He walked right into the trigger. That can happen sometimes, and that's a feels bad man right there. And they're basically back to being neck and neck. Yeah, they're basically within half a second of each other now, or within about a second. Let's see what happens this time. Snowy gets it, and Cookie gets it immediately after. Will Cookie try vent skip? He's gonna go for it!
Did Snowy miss new skip?
Snowy walked into the trigger for new skip. Cookie got vent strat first try, and they're basically neck and neck.
Okay, what did I miss? Holy moly.
Snowy was on like
back and see them.
Yeah, Snowy missed 5th buffer and walked into the trigger, so they're basically on even pace now. That is an oof right there, by the way.
So yeah, now they're like tied pace. This is
like
incredible. Insane. Holy moly.
Well, Cookie missed that wrong warp there.
But Snowy misses his wrong warp, so now they're back together.
Yeah, they're about 2 seconds apart.
I'd say about a second. We'll see after this little mass block rift.
Let's see how North-South goes. Cookie, I want to say, is one of the better exponents of North-South skip in this game, but we'll see how it goes.
You say that and then he messes it up.
Commentator's curse again, I know, right?
Yeah. That's just, Cookie has been recently trying to do timing-based rather than mashing-based. I completely disagree with that. Yeah.
So they're both skipping Muffet again, so we get to see this room full of spider webs and a few spiders. I don't know what the big deal is. I'm sure Shay would like to elaborate.
Yeah, I don't know. They just filled this room with spider webs. I don't know. Someone paid like $500 to have their fan character in, and they designed a bunch of spider webs.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Basically, what's going on there with Muffet?
Snowy walked into the opera skip trigger! No!
Oh my gosh, he pulled a Shay!
He pulled a me as well! That is a feels bad. I think that might be Rip.
Well, I didn't know we were doing a sing-along today, chat. Oh no, Snowy turned off his game. I was hoping we'd get to sing-along. I am disappointed, Snowy.
Feels
keeping your game on.
I stopped myself there. I almost about to. Feels bad, man. That's just what I'm gonna say on the matter. Just feels bad. I think Snowy might have just had a bit of a breather there, but I don't think he can come. I don't think he's going to come back from this.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. Cookie got past his bogey area, no problem. Snowy had trouble with New Skip and Opera Skip this time, so I want to say this is going to 1-1.
Cookie now in a massive lead by about 4 minutes. Let's see.
It's a little bit more. Oh, Snowy's trying to do vent strats.
And he does get it.
He gets it. Yep. I don't think it's quite. I think it's a bit more than 4 minutes though. Because keep in mind that Cookie was on his way up to right floor 3 at the time that Snowy was doing New Skip and all that.
Yep.
I think it's about.
Now is going to be heading into the court. What? Why is he standing still? Cook. Oh no, is he BMing in chat? Cook.
There we go. Maybe it was just a bit of a stream delay.
No, he was standing still. The laser's perfectly fine.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe
they might be typing to each other in the speedrun chat. I'm actually not in that.
Yeah.
I probably should join that, shouldn't I? Actually, look at that.
I mean, yeah, I might do that as well.
So yeah, any more questions for the Twitch chat to ask for us to answer? We'll be alright. Keep the questions coming, boys. And girls. I shouldn't,
I might have to... Should work. That's weird. I might have had to have logged back into the IRC. Oh no, okay. Apparently once the race has started, you can't actually get into the race lobby on the IRC.
Oh, that's an oof. Alright, we'll have to join in for possibly the next one, depending on how this goes.
Yeah. We'll have it open for that one.
Cookie is going to be able to skip medicine.
Okay, will Snowy make it this time?
Yay, Snowy made it! Woo!
He does. Feels good, man.
Alright. Cookie, meanwhile, is miles ahead.
Yeah.
Unless something very massive here happens.
Well, let's put it this way.
The only way...
Sorry.
Yeah. The only way that Snowy could come back is if Cookie soft locks if he gets Lobo combo.
I don't know, like there's the possibility that
he could die to Asgore and still be ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say he could miss phases and flower, but I don't think that's likely to happen. Well, I'm surprised Cookie hasn't safety saved yet because of the fact of how far ahead he is. Like, for me personally, I would have taken a safety save at just before New Home, but then I'm not in this final, so.
I mean, you say the competition comes down to who can not soft lock, but at the same time, there is a lot of execution stuff. Mashing is all up to, whatever the player can mash at.
It's
and
whatever
the
the
which
potential
you buffer and actually get to the tricks themselves. Is where a lot of it comes in.
Also, Cookie having a bit of an issue with Megalore skip there, doing it the other way. There's two ways you can. Well, there's 3 ways really, but the third way is less common than the other 2. The first way is you overflow the key, and then you walk up to the trigger for the cutscene normally. The second method is you go into the room at the end of the corridor, wrong warp out, and you overflow the flower, and you do the overflow on the skip that way.
And the third method is something called a punch card slide, which is the only time it's ever used in any category outside of the category extensions, such as early punch card. Hacking the punch card into the game at Ruins. Because you do see it in Snowden, but you would never. There is no category in the normal game in which you'd ever see that. No, he's just making his way through core right now. Having difficulties with a puzzle. There it goes.
Oh. I want to say that in this, well, at this point in time, the only thing that can really go wrong is if Cookie softlocks on Rombu Kombu or...
But he's going to save... I hope to God he's going to save a Judgment Hall. Like, in case he whiffs Sands.
I think he would be very wise to save at that Judgment Hall save point. If he doesn't, then...
Well, yeah, he has to heal anyways at 9 HP.
Yeah. He'd have to be like ridiculously careful going into Judgment Skip. All endings is not the best category, Cookie. Let's be real here.
No,
It's
all endings is
genocide,
the best
okay.
category. Well, all major endings. It's fun to run, even though it takes 5 hours out of your day.
But genocide's the best category, OP.
First time watching an Undertale speedrun, I imagine there'd be a lot more fighting. In Neutral and True Pacifist, there's not very much fighting at all. In Genocide, if you want to see the fighting mechanics fully explored, check out Neutral Glitchless or Genocide. Those are the fighting categories.
Duck percent is the best category. That is true. And of course, I'm biased in saying that. Of course, I am fully biased in saying that.
UVC is biased in saying that, as he holds the world record in duck percent that I could totally snipe from him, but I'm not out of respect.
I mean, and we both know there's going to be we both know there's going to be a heckin' PB war like there was with Neutral and True Pacifist. Well, not so much True Pacifist, because I'm not going to run that at the moment.
We'll end up grinding out duck percent, like.
I mean, the thing is, though, most people don't really go for duck percent, because if they're running the neutral route, which is basically all duck percent is, if they're on good pace, they're not going to risk losing a good neutral run to going and visiting a duck and then getting a meme time category thingy like that.
Best category is any category that involves sending Temmie to college. Yes, that is actually a category. It's Temmie college percent.
Yes.
That's still on the main boards, right? Yeah, wait, it is.
Yeah, it is. It's under the miscellaneous categories, but it's...
Yeah, so Temmie college is an interesting run in which you escort a lot of cloudy glasses, torn notebooks, and dog residues to Temmie. And sell them
there's another route now.
For about 20 minutes. And
okay, and Cookie's at Asgore now, so provided he doesn't do anything drastically
right?
wrong, I think he did, or he healed. I think he would have done.
Okay.
But yeah, Duck Percent is on the category extensions leaderboard. It's just called Undertale category
Cookie,
extensions.
no, please, you're so far ahead. Don't whiff this with something stupid.
If Cookie... Okay, so Cookie is going to try and 9 HP this. I want to say there's a strong chance he'll make it through, but there's also a risk that he might not. I'm assuming that he has a heal.
Asgore of 9 HP effectively gives you 2 turns, because Asgore's first attack will bring you down to 3
or 4.
3 or 4, and then as long as you're 2 HP or higher, one of Asgore's attacks will send you to 1 HP the first time.
Yeah.
Every time.
I mean, it's easy to no-hit the fight if you've done it a lot as well, so maybe Cookie will just pull that off.
Because Asgore, he doesn't want to kill you, sort of.
He makes it out that he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to kill you, but at the same time, he kind of has to. He's kind of forcing his own hand.
He doesn't want to kill you, but he has to. He doesn't want to fight, but he has to.
That's why he gets rid of the mercy butter, because he's like, I have to do this, rather than just saying, I don't want to fight you. That's it.
Cookie getting some good hits on Asgore.
Maybe he'll be alright. Maybe we won't have to worry.
Why do you keep saying these things, dude? Now he's gonna die.
I don't know. He won't. He'll be fine.
That's what she said about Effect in last night's game.
I mean, to be fair though, his name's not Shay.
Good point. Cookie probably won't die.
I'd say he's only 3 turns at most away if he gets a couple of good hits here.
I know the first thing he's gonna say when he gets into this channel is, Shay, how do you even die to Asgore, bruh? If any of you have been playing Undertale since its release, you'll remember in the original Windows 1.0 version of the game.
He's 1 turn away if he doesn't whiff this. He's 1 turn.
Huge! That's a nice...
And
I want to say 11 turn. No, that was a 10 turn.
Did the hands... Yeah, I think that was, because the hands didn't come up the second time, did it?
Yeah, that is insanely good for Cookie.
That is probably also going to be a high 56 for Cookie. That might actually be a new PB.
Reminder that it did miss 1 die. And Ice Puzzle.
Yeah, but I think... Because it's normally about 11 minutes from when Asgore turns to dust to the end of the actual run.
I'm saying it's going to be a low 57.
I think this is still going to be a new PB. So unless Cookie accidentally whiffs here during the Flowey fight, this is a new PB. Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe we're going to game 3.
The reverse sweep is real!
It's happening.
And remember as well that Cookie lost time to Ice Puzzle and Snowden. Just think, if he got one died and if he got first try Ice Puzzle, this may or may not have been Linux world record.
Yeah, Cookiepocalypse getting a world record. Give me a bigger meme than that. Kappa? No, I'm kidding. Cookie, you know I love you. I know you're listening to this. I love you.
He probably does. He probably is.
Mike Wazowski!
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yes.
Voice crack, by the way. Professional
Nice
streamer.
voice crack. Nice
Like-
voice crack. How old are you? 12?
No, you. I'm not sure why Toby Fox decided to make, you know, on the new title screen for Flowey, like, that specific monster, because that monster's not even in the game. He just made Mike Wazowski for no reason.
I want to say that that's a Luke's.
No, it's a Lux on the main title screen. In the Flowey one, it's just Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, but it looks like it's demented Luke's though, if you think about it. As Cookie just said, without the Ice Puzzle and One Dine problems, it would have been a 56. Yeah, that's... I still want to say this will PB unless something goes horribly wrong here, and before I just jinxed him again.
Stop doing that, dude!
I jinxed him like
You
once.
know better. Come on, man.
Shut up, leave me alone.
Professional.
call it-
Streamer, by the way, haha. Snowy is having a Shay Asgore right now. What is this? Oh my gosh! What's happening? This is actually like a me Asgore. What's going on right now? He's hit like one quad. There's a second, but like, what the heck?
I would want to say maybe be a little bit tilted.
This is interesting.
I mean, I'm not going to get world record anyway, so I don't care if it's faster or not. I mean, I just, you know, I have faith in Cookie, and sometimes it's a little bit misguided or whatever.
This is... What? I mean, he's gonna get the kill this turn. That was a 15 or 16 turn, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, out here looking like me.
Yeah, and just to elaborate before when I was saying about the blades, if they're... The direction they're spinning in a side, if they're heading down towards the bottom right of the screen, in general, then it's top right, and if it's bottom left, then you go top left.
Yep.
I believe there's been at least one recorded instance of a no-hit flyover, but that was done in this. That was segmented, I think. I'm not entirely sure.
Of a what?
Like there was,
Oh,
I did see one. I did see one person that had a no-hit flyover on YouTube, but I don't know if it was segmented or all in one go.
Someone did it. I do not remember who, but the no-hit guy, who's just named No-Hit, didn't actually gave up on it because it's complete RNG. Someone did do it though. In one segment on a controller. Very impressive stuff, but again, it's RNG. Merg, lol. One of my favorite videos of Merg, just talking about the comment section for a moment, is there's this video of his that he put out called Undertale Without Saving. And everybody in the comments is like, "You're such a god at this game, dude." I'm like, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Like, heck, do you want me to upload a video that's just titled Genocide Without Saving, and me just going through Genocide Without Saving? Because I'll do it. If it gives me a million views on YouTube, I'll do it.
Without saving or using the healing points.
Honestly, that's easy.
I might actually look at it and do a no heals or saving or like no healing items. See how that goes.
That'd be interesting, but now in that case, I mean, if it's just the rule is just no save points, then I'll just overflow the noodles, get 2 noodles. Or I mean, you can just buy legendary heroes like to heal during the core grind. No-hit genocide run, that is actually a thing that has been done, but it was used to save points. Yeah, nobody has done saveless no-hit genocide, because why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah, that's just like super bad. Oh, Snowy.
What is that on Snowy's stream?
I believe that is Anime Boy.
Why is Toon Link on my stream?
Snowy, please. Snowy, please.
And he died. Wait, did he die?
I think he just gave up.
And you're never waking up.
It's funny because of the fact that it's a meme. Snowy, why? Why must you do this to
Why would
us?
you do that, man? I love you. Reminds me of Oof. It's Oof 2.0. Meanwhile, on Flowey's screen, yeah, I mean, well, Flowey is on the screen. On Cookie's screen, we are approaching the Great Owl Spam once more.
Yep, I think this is 6th phase, yep.
Yes, 6th. Yellow Sola's gun, the best weapon in the game. So I didn't explain this before, but this gun is just going to shoot out 8 rounds of bullets, and on the 8th, the 3rd bullet will be the act. Will be the act sign, that is what I meant to say. So the runners are going to count. The moment you hear the sound is when you can bring up the game. Snowy, gosh darn it, dude. Alright, let's get some owl spam in chat for Cookie.
Let's break chat.
Ow, OW, I want chat broken. You know, you don't even have to make it... Ow. OW, just literally flood the screen with something like, I'm going to post an example of good owl spam in the chat. That. Just copy that. Just make walls of text. I just...
Snowy. I gotta say, that is...
So I just managed to control W my way out of that tab.
What?
Out of the speed gaming tab. Give me a second. Ow! 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 Alright, we have HP yet.
I can't.
Alright, chat, let's get some urus in chat.
I can't do owl spam with Snowy's layout there. Oh man.
Why does he even have that ready to go?
I don't know.
See, if it was me, I'd do like a quick flash of my face cam in full screen for just like half a second. See if anybody notices.
Nope.
Alright, Cookie will not be getting the fast kill on Flowey, but...
Oh, we have Snowy here with us now as well, apparently.
Oh, you're here. Hi, Snowy.
Oh, hello, can you hear us?
Is it working? Okay, good.
Yep.
Oof, it's all I have to say.
Nice meme, Snowy. Nice meme. So, unfortunately, not only News Skip, was it? No, it was News Skip and then it was Opera Skip as well, that's right. Unfortunate there, because...
I lost 3 minutes there, and then
yeah,
I decided to commit Sudoku.
That is a hard...
That is a respectable action, my weeaboo can. Alright, anyway, Cookie's about to finish up the...
Yep.
My
so...
stream just froze. Let me refresh.
So yeah, looks like we're going to race 3, Snowy, so any thoughts or anything you want to put out there?
No, other than that was terrible.
I gotta say,
no,
when I
the
saw
type
you
of guy to set race world record and then throw the next one, you know? Seems logical and reasonable.
I mean, I saw News Skip and I thought, oh, okay, you know, you can probably salvage this. But when I saw Opera Skip, I Oh, that is a rip right there, my friend. That
So
is
yeah,
a
both of
feels
you
bad.
guys missed one die, and you're actually ahead for a while because Cookie missed Ice Puzzle Skip, if you didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that.
Because he got stuck on the little pixel.
And then one died, and then, yeah.
I didn't get good ruins RNG, but
Yeah, you had like a 7 minutes,
Cookie,
701.
meanwhile, had a 7 or a 644 ruins. Like,
Okay, we're coming up on time for Cookie in
and
about
that is time for Cookiepocalypse 57:49, which is still a really good run.
That is actually 1 minute exactly slower than Snowie's last time. And I think, if I remember correctly, it's a 5-second PB to Cookiepocalypse. Let's go.
It was also a minute ahead of BBC's PB.
And yours.
No, not a minute exactly.
Hey, I think I had a 6-cycle mad dummy. I had a really bad early game. I could easily get sub 58:30 if I tried.
Do it.
I mean, I would, but then you'd come back and actually have a good Asgore for once and get like a 58:20 or something.
Okay, I'll just skip the 58. I'll just go straight to the 57.
Maybe. It's not a PB.
Cookiepocalypse, that is not
PB.
technically a PB because his PB is a 57:18. His it's not on speedgaming.com, however.
Oh, okay. You mean speedrun.com.
That is what I meant to say, yes. Alright, so we are going to be going into round 3 between these two. The grand finals of the grand finals. We've got Snowy versus Cookie 1 final time. So let's see if they can improve themselves this time, and Snowy cannot walk into Opera Skip like some dummy.
Can I use JP?
No, you can't. That's cheating. Also, what face in the chat, please? That was so loud. You have no idea. All right. Well, I'm gonna jump into the. All right.
All right.
Is it up? Is it even up yet?
See you at the end of this run, Snowy. Good luck. Tell Cookie that too. Good luck.
Good luck, guys, on commentating. Now, how do I get out of here?
No, JP is allowed. I'm just saying that for the sake of competitiveness, they want to run the same version, obviously.
It's a meme, basically. Also, when is the race coming up so I can join the client?
I don't know, probably soon.
Yeah.
Anyway, while nobody's looking, I'm going to quickly go grab a sandwich.
No, they don't have to look. Did you just told them that?
Shh. You're giving away my master plan.
What, to get a sandwich?
Yeah, the next phase is the D rank and the platinum.
Yeah, because you said you went 1 and 9 on your placements, right?
1 and 9, yes. I placed 3,200, which is actually terrible for me.
I mean, it would be, I'd imagine.
I was 3,600 last season. I ended 3,500. Was getting caught part of your plan? Yes. It's always part of my plan. Also, whoever set up the layout for this tournament, I really respect them for using Comic Sans. I'd normally be mad at them, but because of the nature of the game, I'm not mad. Anyway, we see Cookie just grinding out some ice puzzle while we're waiting. Yes, we were talking about Overwatch.
Oh, and the race is up.
Did someone just did he just get a link bot in Twitch chat? Oh my gosh. Don't click on that, please. It's a virus or whatever.
Wait, what?
Man the bot. Yes.
Which one?
A link bot. Ovisiswu44, however you say that. It's a link bot. Just don't click on it.
I don't think I even saw it.
It got banned.
Oh.
What did Cookie just do? What, did you see that? That was awesome. What is this ice puzzle strat? What is this? He did cinnamon swirl.
I think that's masochistic ice puzzle.
He's doing it in like every different possible. Oh, he messed it up.
Oh, feels bad, man. That's a hard oof.
Look at this. This man is out here redefining how the speedrun community is doing ice puzzle. I think we are going to be resuming and starting in just one moment.
Yep.
Starting up round number 3 between these two.
Round 3. Fight!
With the quality name. A. Not very creative. I forgot about that.
Memes.
Or they're very fancy D's.
Also, Shay, you didn't get into the IRC client for the race.
He's not. Oh no, please, Cookie. Yes, I approve of this. Oh my. Okay, he's doing something different. Hold up.
Wait, how much of a stream delay do we have off this? Because looking at the speed gaming website, because the race has already started, because they've had the 3, 2, 1 go.
It just started.
Go. Yep.
I wouldn't look at the SRC client if I were you. Cookie gonna be taking the slight lead because he's better at mashing buttons. And then Snowy gonna be taking a slight catch up because he's better at mashing buttons. So yeah, if chat has any more questions for us, this is the 3rd round of the Undertale neutral tourney finals between Snowy and Cookiepocalypse. Most of the tricks have already been explained, but if you need one explained to you, or are new here, please go ahead and ask in chat. I'll be trying to explain some of the tricks once again, since it's been about an hour since that. It's been about 2 hours since I explained most of them. So. What is duck percent? Duck percent is a meme category on the category extensions leaderboard in which the run ends when you speak to the bird that carries you across a very disproportionately large gap. That is when the runtime ends.
Yep.
Am I banned? Yes, you're banned. /ban Stephen.
No.
_ No, I am not a moderator in this channel. I cannot perform that action.
You're banned, Shay, Kappa.
No. Anything but that. Debated.
Are you ducking kidding me? Ha! I get it.
Wow, language. Why isn't duck percent the main category? Ask Rambu. For the same reason that AYC is now a miscellaneous category, while neutral glitchless is not, which makes absolutely no sense. But I won't argue that here. That's not the place for it.
Well, the reason that duck percent is on the extensions leaderboards is because of the fact that it isn't really. It follows the main game for the most part, but at the same time it diverges away after the Mad Dummy fight. So I guess because it's not a true completion of the game is why it's put on the category extension boards.
Yeah, it's on the category extensions for obvious reasons. I'm more talking about neutral glitchless versus AYC. One of them, either one, none of them should be on the main boards, or both of them should.
I mean, to be fair, I think neutral glitchless is up there because it's always been a thing, whereas AYC kind of just came and went.
Oh, Cookiepocalypse gets the encounter in first room.
Oh, it feels bad, man.
So.
That is a hard oof.
That slows him down by about a second and a half because it's Wimson. Snowy's going to be getting Wimson on that encounter. Let's see what Cookie gets. He is going to also get a Wimson. Looking like some really good genocide RNG right about now. Except they're not running that category.
Well, it's only 2 Wimsons out of 3. What's AYC? AYC is all yellow credits. So how AYC works is with every single creature that you encounter in the game, there is a certain action that you can do which provides you with the yellow credit at the end of the game. You basically have to make the way through the entire True Pacifist run, and where
It's True
applicable,
Pacifist, except you fight all the monsters and spare them the normal way instead of just running
in a
from them.
certain manner. You have to spare them in a certain way. You can't just normal spare them. Well, you can't just normal flee them. But
I enjoy that category because it lets you see a lot of the monsters that you will not see in literally any category. Namely, something like Gift Trot. You never see, guys like him.
There's only one monster that we don't see normally in any other categories.
Nah, there's others, I just can't think of them. And in core, the strats differ a lot because you go up to Warrior Path to go fight.
Oh yeah, I suppose you don't see Night or Astigmat. I mean, not Astigmatism. You don't get
Final
to see
Frog
Night. Yeah, Final Frog at Whimsalot for those ones as well.
And you also don't really see Vegetoid in any of the runs,
or Mygosp or Luke's.
Or the true form of Ice Cap, just Ice. My favorite monster in the game, Ice.
Fun fact, there's actually a hidden monster in the game called Glide, which kind of looks like a whale to an extent.
Glide is a completely optional super boss, quote unquote. He's pretty difficult.
Yeah. And basically how you do that is you have to grind in one of the rooms that's underneath the ice puzzle area for about 3 minutes.
You don't even have to grind, you just have to walk around for 3 minutes. Or, if you're a man of culture, you hold down a direction and then you alt-tab out of the game, because Frisk will keep moonwalking even if you're not tabbed into the game. That right there is actually the reason swag walking works. But yeah, Glide is a powerful enemy and one of 2 super bosses I guess Undertale has, the other one being So Sorry. There is a So Sorry % on the extensions. That is run annually on the specific day.
Which I believe is on the 8th of October?
Something
I'm
like
actually
that.
going to look it up. I'm going to look it up real quick.
Is there a 100%? The closest to a traditional 100% is TPE. Holy crap, that's really good mashing from Cookie. Is TPE, but like there is a 100% in all endings. You have all major endings, which is a category that is run sometimes, and then there's true all endings, which is a category that you run if you really hate yourself. Cookiepocalypse is the only person to have completed it thus far, but you complete all 93 different possible endings of the game. That means about 87 Asgore fights, which that's just miserable. Meanwhile, Cookie.
Sorry, it is the 10th of October at 8 PM that basically you have to set the computer's clock to 8 PM on the 10th of October in order to get the So Sorry encounter, which I believe is the second floor between right floor 2 and left floor 2.
There's a small window. I think it's like window of 15 or so minutes.
Yeah.
Which is good. Like we annually race So Sorry %. Wait, you have a fax machine running in the background? Anyway, Cookie has a pretty miserable ruin. Snowy's gonna have a decent ruins. Snowy gonna be exiting with a 655 under his belt. And Cookie will be exiting with like a 7. And yeah, 712. Alright, so now Snowy is firmly in the lead.
And apparently it looks like Cookie is going to do Masochist Ice Puzzle according to chat, so this should be fun to watch.
Well, how far behind is the chat? Okay. Oh goodness. Cookie's asking the chat, I see.
Yeah.
Yes, in a the fun thing about a Mega Flowey is that since you can just kill him at the end, in any consequent runs done on that same save file, Flowey no longer appears at all in the main game and will only appear at the very end to taunt you. Won't even have a boss fight versus him, which is nice. It's the same in the all major endings category where, yeah, you kill Flowey so that he doesn't appear anymore. Also, fun fact, you actually kill both Asgore and Flowey even in the True Pacifist category of the game, because Undertale does not set a flag for whether or not they're dead. Because you reload to a save file that is before them, their data is not added to your .undertale. Instead, it is stored elsewhere that you have completed the game, but whether or not you kill Flowey or not has no impact on the True Pacifist ending. There's a Key Sanity tournament going on right now, right? Yeah. I wonder how that's going. Who's playing right now? Ah, TGH is running versus Cookiepocalypse on Speed Gaming 2. Let's take a quick look at how that is going. Well, judging from their items, it looks like TGH is ahead of Pika Palace. I have no idea on the bottom. They're both in Ice Palace. Commentators looking at different races while they commentate. I mean, to be fair, we have sat through Snowden 3 times now. You just sort of run out of stuff to talk about.
Well, this isn't even Snowden proper, this is just the outskirts.
Yeah, Snowden proper lasts all of 5 minutes. Does the protagonist get drunk during college percent? No, unfortunately. It is not a true one-to-one college experience. This game really feels Christmassy. Yeah, Snowden definitely feels like something you find in a Christmas game. What was the dog question? I'm so sorry, I must have missed it. Commentator, what is your favorite doggo in the game? Did SnowieY just miss Ice Puzzle? Yes, he did. Dang it, SnowieY. Blowing his lead over Cookie.
Rip.
Oh, he missed it twice. Oh, he didn't get the right sub-pixel because he didn't reset the room. Yeah, it's a fun thing that happens. If you enter the room from the bottom... Did SnowieY just fall off of the... I forgot you could even do that.
Well, Cookie's in the lead now by a little bit.
So yeah, if you actually go out of that, if you enter the ice puzzle room from the bottom room, your subpixels are messed up and you can no longer do the skip in the same way. Anyway, back to the commentary questions. Which is your favorite doggo in the game? My personal favorite doggo in Undertale is probably... I mean, just of the ones in Snowden, I'd probably say Greater Dog.
I'm gonna be that one guy and say Endogony.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, actually.
Like, I was considering saying that, but it's not really a dog, is it?
I mean, it's a 5-in-1 dog, so it sort of counts.
I enjoy Andogany. I like how the fight ends.
Also, that dog on the top right corner of both runners' screens now is also kind of neat.
Yeah.
Looks pretty chill.
Papyrus really busts out the big guns here. He's got a mace, a flamethrower, a spear, cannon, another spear, and of course, the most powerful weapon in the game, a dog. You don't mess with the dog.
Huh.
You can do the skip on a different pixel coming from the bottom. Yes.
Duck is better than dog. Yes, Turtler, that is undoubtedly correct. Star, please don't go there. Duck is infinitely better than dog. Yes, the True Lab Doggo is best doggo in my opinion. Also, Star, I guess we can settle this at GDQ.
Oh yeah, we're actually all going to GDQ now, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, we already went over that the runners are dying to Papyrus on purpose here. We already pulled the curtain out on the charade that they're actually just really bad at the game. But on the first section, you'll notice that the runners are either checking or throwing the stick at Papyrus, because that will delay his blue attack, where he sends a bunch of light blue attacks at you and then turns you blue. And then if you just rematch him, it won't happen again, because Toby anticipated on you it always happening. But if you check him, he just endlessly repeats his nyeh, and if you throw the stick at him, he just goes ... Personally, I find it faster to throw the stick because it's one less menu box to go through. And also, you know, I could just imagine Frisk throwing a stick at Papyrus, just the reaction. Well, you may have cleverly escaped from jail before. Not only will you be trapped, but you won't even want to leave. Fun fact, there is a slight, like there's a pixel more dog food in the bowl. I box, Shay. Commentators, will you please have a boxing match? Those are popular this season. Yes. Me and BBC shall have a Doomfist 1v1 in Overwatch. I'll box the heck out of him.
I mean, if you're legit about it, we can do it after the race.
Yeah, I'll punch the heck out of you. We both know who would win that.
I mean, I would
and
like
BBC
to say
would win because I'd punch myself off the edge.
Yeah, I'd just stand near the edge and just let him fall to his death.
Would you box Shia LaBeouf? No, because I don't want to go to jail.
Shia LaBeouf.
Just do it!
What? What?
What?
What?
What?
What?
Wah! Wah!
Wah!
You know, you should really consider just standing outside and waiting for the shuttle bus that runs around the hour to come and take you.
Oh. Wow, you did not just do that.
Memes. Chad, I am not being serious. Please do not persecute me. I was only making a meme.
You scared off Turtle. Why?
I'm leaving dance game.
We were both I thought Shay said something, so I said what? We backed and forth, and then I just went wah! And then of course Shay brought up the freaking 2017 AGDQ meme.
Commentators are being dumb. Yes. What else is new?
I mean, all For the most part, we're doing the best we can with what we can go over in terms of the runners, but
Look, chat, this is
literally,
what happens when you watch Undertale speedruns for 3 hours in a row.
when you watch the same category 3 times in a row, even. Like I said, we're happy to answer questions and chat and that sort of thing and have a bit of a casual conversation, but for the most part, until the run gets interesting, there's not really a lot else we can do.
Can I get an Owen Wills?
I don't know how that
feels
sounds, to
awesome.
be honest.
Wow. So yeah.
Wow.
Stop. The runners are basically neck and neck at this point. Here they are putting down flowers. Let me talk about these flowers, because these flowers have the worst hitboxes in any video game, except for the lasers in this game, which manage to have worse hitboxes. These flowers are so easy to mess up, because the game just hates you. Thankfully, not a single runner has messed it up so far in this tournament.
Okay, so for those that have not been here since the start of the run, basically, at the moment, the runners are starting off through Waterfall. They're progressing through the early part of Waterfall. Nothing really interesting happens until about another couple minutes from now where we get the punch card. Basically...
WTF is going on in her stream? Yeah, I'm clicking on that. Yeah, screenshot 493. Seems like a good thing to click. Chat, don't click on that. It's a virus. It's bad.
Yeah. But basically, just to sort of go over the punch card mechanics again, just to allow for the newer people that have joined recently to go and to learn the details about it. What the punch card is, it's basically a cure-all item that we can use to basically break the game in half. Now, it works in several ways. The main ones we're going to showcase is the punch card execution trick, which is basically where you can walk into a cutscene and at the same time you have the menu open and you go to the punch card. Now, there's a 1-frame window between when you open the punch card and whatever cutscene or whatever you're trying to interact with in the game. And what happens is the punch card messes with your interact values, so when you close the punch card after the cutscene has started, you're actually able to move around freely where you wouldn't normally be able to. Examples coming up are Spears 1 and 2 and Onion Sand Skip.
Yep.
Another thing that
everything in
comes
the game.
up... Huh?
You can just
Sorry?
walk through every cutscene in the game, except certain ones that Toby Fox put in invisible walls on.
Like Mad Dummy.
For some godforsaken reason, God forbid some idiot finds a way to walk past the cutscene. Let's just put an invisible wall there. What the heck?
Another thing that comes up is what we call text storage or overflowing. You'll get to see that as soon as we get the punch card. There's an inventory box that both runners will overflow and attempt to get text storage in order to perform an overflow wrong warp into the next room. I think that's it. Is there anything else that I might have missed with that? Because it's mainly just wrong warping as well.
So wrong warping works. I can explain this. I have a kind of decent understanding of this. So wrong warping works if you are on the pixel that a screen will transition, and you are also against the wall at the same time. It has to be that way for whatever reason. If you get up next to the wall and have the punch card open as you transition into the next screen, if you close out the punch card, the game gets really, really, really confused as to whether or not you're actually screen transitioning, because the punch card tells it, no, you're not screen transitioning, but the game tells it, yes, you are screen transitioning. So the game gets confused and spits you out at the default location in the next room, which can be a ways away in, depending on where the default location is. That's just a programming thing. But the punch card needs to be closed after the screen transition begins, because if it is not, your interact is never restored, and you'll just be stuck on the next screen. You can't move, you can't menu, you can't do anything. That is a soft lock. Soft locks are pretty easy to do in Undertale. See, all the serious talk has ruined my meme sense. Alright, you want some memes?
You want some memes? Shay down to Asgore.
Yeah, that's a good meme. Shut up. So, this one time, Cookie just missed... I no longer respect Cookiepocalypse as a speedrunner. That's just... How do you even miss that skip? It doesn't happen. That skips it. The trigger for that specific cutscene is about the size of the country of Uganda, and he still manages to miss it. How do you?
I'm not going to comment on that. Should I though?
That explanation, Dan's game. Okay, Toodler, how about you get on the mic and do it better?
Yep.
Also, I cannot pronounce the word transition, apparently. Transition. Uganda has the best blockbusters. Hate to break it to you, bud.
Also, this is actually serving to be good commentary practice as a whole for future ventures, like, for example, GDQ. Yeah, Toodler, get in here! No balls, you won't.
Give me the mic. You're doing it incorrectly. Well, okay, if you want the mic this badly, let me just, tap, tap, tap and unscrew it, you know? Nah, I'm not gonna do anything to bust your all's ears. If it was my stream, I'd just yell into the mic at point blank range, but I have to be somewhat professional here. Because what the heck, you know? I like being professional.
Professionalism, though, what face?
So many ferrets in the chat, what face? Yeah, there are a lot of ferrets in the chat, I noticed that.
Yep. Hey, I'm not bullying chat. Shay's the one doing all the bullying. Blame him.
Commentators, no. Chat, I love you. Chat is the will. Chat gives me the will to live.
Well, I mean, that's not what you were saying before.
No, I love Twitch chat. If I didn't love Twitch chat, I wouldn't stream nearly every day. Except for today, because I just got back from work and now I'm commentating Undertale for 3 hours.
Yay!
As I watched 2 memes attempt to beat each other.
Well, I mean, we've been at this for nearly 2.5 hours. At least a little bit over half an hour, because we'd have to do post-match.
What the heck was that? What did you just hurl?
I just yawned.
That was a yawn?
Yes, I yawn weirdly. Get over it. But yeah, again, hopefully you guys in chat are enjoying this exhibition of what is more than likely perceived to be the top 2 primarily active runners of Undertale in this category. The fact that we've had to go to a 3rd race in itself shows how well these 2 runners, how well or how sometimes not so well these runners have performed of late.
Snowy, oh my gosh. Snowy misses 5 cycle. Is gonna get the 6 cycle though. Let's see if Cookie can get 5 cycle. That'll give him a nice nifty way to catch up. And Cookie is gonna get 5 cycle.
Yes.
I don't know what Snowy's been doing today with his mad dummy setup.
Also, Book, I just noticed that I sort of just noticed again that you're in chat. I just want to say hi and yeah.
Nice. How to pick up chicks with BBC.
I mean, Shay, come on.
Yeah, I know. This is coming from me, the romance master himself, don't you? I get all of the women. Come on, bro.
Oh, man.
Anyway, Mad Dummy, the second half of the fight is actually scripted. You do not need to hit him with these rocket missiles. The fight just progresses by itself at that point. Watch out for the knife attack. Alright, both of them managed to harrowly dodge the most powerful attack in the game, the knife. Does an astounding 8 damage. Is registration completely booked? Yes, it is. Well, SGDQ registration is already booked. Holy moly, I'm glad we were on top of that.
Oh, definitely. Like, I mean, there was a bit of a delay on the website because obviously it was overloaded to heck, but for the most part, it Wasn't all that painful.
Will you sing me Marvin Gaye? Yeah, no, I don't. First of all, I don't know how any of that song goes except for the one part. And second, no.
What, you're not going to do
knives. Alright, book
Yep.
in chat is confirmed to be Kara. Love knives.
it?
So, by the way, BBC, did you know that this cursed place has no entrances or exits?
I know that last time, actually.
It's interesting. So Snowy, they're going to be fleeing from Temmie. Thank goodness, you know. In terms of like knives, I actually think I do like a lot of like some of the specialized knives. You know, I never do it myself, but watching professionals flip around those butterfly knives are pretty cool. I also really like a good old-fashioned karambit, just because I like the way it's shaped. Also, on the subject of knives, yeah, actually, I have no idea how I'm going to segue this into Lundine at all. I kind of just got myself stuck. That is going to be... Cookie is going to be getting the second half of Flower Flow. I think Snowy opted to only do the first half. So Cookie's actually going to be gaining a slight amount of time here. And Snowy also whiffing the wrong warp, bringing Cookie ever so closer to catching up with him. Snowy's going to get bridge skip. Cookie is also going to get bridge skip now for one dying. Here we go. Both runners missed it last time, so let's see what will happen this time. Place your bets, chat. Snowy is going to get it. And Cookie also gets it.
Oh.
Barely gets it. I could hear the encounter starting.
I honestly thought that Cookie had almost soft-locked it there, but...
on the subject of terrible transition... Oh, look! A speedrun.
Shay, please.
I mean, a spear is just a knife on a stick. You are correct. Designed to give you the ranged advantage. And also very good against mounted troops. At least that is what Civilization has taught me. And we all know that is completely 100% real to life. Gandhi is in fact a nuclear warhead.
Wow. I came back from putting something away and I hear about Gandhi being a warhead. What?
Welcome. Have you played Civilization before?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, there was a funny glitch in the original Civilization game. Gandhi's aggression was set to the minimum amount, 0.
Yeah.
And there was a policy you can enact late in game that's called universal suffrage or something like that. And it lowers the aggression value of everybody by just a little bit. But because Gandhi's is already set the lowest amount, it actually overflowed back around. So Gandhi suddenly becomes the most aggressive character in the game. Like, every turn he's like, I want to nuke you.
Wow.
And it's become a joke, a running joke of the franchise to hold true to that.
Nice.
Meanwhile, on the Undertale speedrun that's happening,
yeah,
both
come on,
are
Shay.
entering Hotland. The punch card makes these vents work really weird because you can, if you punch card the vent, you can input your own direction, and this was not counted on, so you can just vent right out of bounds here. And they're going to do that to go quickly grab the pan to fight Asgore with later.
Yep.
Snowy walking through the Hall of Lasers. Now, I mentioned earlier, these lasers have atrocious hitboxes. They are actually terrible. The back of the lasers don't have a very bad hitbox, but the front extends out by so far. It's insane how far out the front of the hitbox extends.
Snowy easily clearing east-west puzzle skip, and Cookie coming up to it now.
Puzzle skip is pretty easy, for the most part. You just use the vents to send you right through the door, which has no collision.
Well, Book, here's the thing. To be fair, like... I don't know, I guess it's because it's the same run 3 times, so we kind of don't really have a lot more to go over.
Yeah, the first time we were going over Undertale the entire time, straight through.
Yeah.
Now we're just segueing a little bit, because why not? You know, fun.
I mean,
Anyway,
we're still
both runners did successfully execute Jetpack Skip, so because of that, the way Jetpack Skip works is it gets rid of your menu permanently, and you have to actually leave the area completely to go get it, so they're going to walk back into Waterfall to get their menu. And now that they have their menu, they can start teleporting all over the place, like, you know, Ganon from the Zelda TV show.
Yeah, basically, because how the whole Mettaton cutscenes work is because during the cutscene you're not supposed to be able to use your menu for the most part. The game thinks that because you skip the cutscene that you've performed the cutscene, but you actually progressed ahead of it. So
it never gives
basically,
your menu back.
It takes away your menu for the sole purpose of he's done this part of the run. It's set the flag. So
Snowy
that's
not
why
going
it takes
for
it away.
volume warning.
We need elevator music.
Oh, by the way, chat. Volume warning, by the way. Yeah. Pick up the phone, Alfies!
No, I mean Frisk, pick up the phone.
Something like that, yeah.
Let's see if Snowy's going to get new skip this time. Remember
Yeah,
last time he had a bit
Snowy
of an
doesn't
issue.
whiff this time, that'd be good.
I mean, if not, he'll probably catch up to Cookie.
What, Cookie's
I mean,
right
Cookie
now,
will catch up to Snowy, yeah.
Alright, Snowy is going to be getting it. Please don't go for fence strats again. My
That was
anxiety
Cookie.
cannot handle this. Cookie going to be getting it at 4 buffers. Cookie, I swear.
Do it, you won't.
Oh, thank God.
I mean,
Anyway,
why
Cookie's
wouldn't you,
run
though?
is newsworthy. You can actually progress the text there slightly to get the music until you leave Hotland.
Yep.
Is Ness in this game? Yes. Sans Undertale is in fact in Undertale. Anyway, they're both doing the same thing here. They have to leave the area to get their menu back. And now we're going to be going over to left floor 3 in order to have the best skip in the game, north-south skip. Definitely. I'm kidding, by the way. This skip sucks. Snowy's going to be getting it. Oh! I haven't seen that in a while. Snowy walks down by accident, but he is going to be getting it regardless. Cookie could have a chance to catch up slightly if he gets this perfectly.
Oh, that was bad.
Alright, Cookie is going at the same pace as Snowy here, basically, because they both messed up a little bit. Snowy's going to be walking through this random room of spiderwebs. Cookie is soon to follow him. So, I'll explain this, the reason why this works. So, the Muffet cutscenes are set in a sequence, like 1 through 5. Cutscene 2 will not play unless cutscene 1 has been finished. So if you just punch card cutscene 1 and drag it all the way through the entire room, cutscene 2 will never happen, therefore cutscene 3, 4, and 5 will never happen.
Also, I just wanted to point out Snowy got past Opera Puzzle there without any hassles.
Oh, thank goodness. Now, I didn't mention this the first time because we were all distracted, but you might be wondering, why do the runners not just go straight to the elevator? They have to watch this cutscene here at core, and the reason for that is that by skipping opera like in that way, your story value is not set to the correct flag, because the cutscene that sets your story value to the correct thing is the end of the puzzle, which we never see because we just walk past opera. So by going up there to core and watching that cutscene, your story value is corrected, and you are able to use the elevator again. If you tried using the elevator without getting that cutscene, you would not be able to return to right floor 3, which actually happened to me my very first True Pacifist speedrun. Anyway, they both leave the area to get their menu back as per normal, and now it's time for core on Snowy's end. Cookie falling a little bit behind with some bad wrong warps, but I'm sure he can catch that up.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of time left to catch up, though. Okay, no, I thought Cookie just went to left 3 for some reason, but it was right 3. It
Yeah,
just
that
looked like
it to me, too. That was interesting.
Oh, that was a bad wrong warp up to the hotel.
Yeah, taking a lot of time to line up these wrong warps. Anyway,
I don't know if he's trying to do them to save time, but
Snowy is going to be entering core. Cookie also entering core now. Core is pretty jam-packed with a bunch of skips to skip some cutscenes. For instance, Cookie just skipped the
Magic.
Magic, thank you. Encounter. Snowy just skipped Laser Rage, doing a very weird trick. While a text box is up, the lasers themselves will not actually reactivate. So now Snowy's just going to be progressing onward. He's going to go do the puzzle. Hopefully, he had a little bit of trouble with this last time, so let's see if he nails it. Does nail it. Snowy's going to opt for going for a trick called Wrong Warp via the jingle that plays. I can't tell you much about that skip because I actually have never been able to perform it myself. I have no idea how it works.
Oh, Snowy having a bit of trouble with his own strat there.
Yeah, so that strat that Snowy just did is a series of wrong warps to get back to the elevator to go around. Therefore, it is named Snowy Core because he was the one who popularized it. The original route would have you go to the right. Cookie, you're not on the trigger, dude. There you go. The original route would have you go to the right, fight Astigmatism and flee, and do all the fun stuff. But this route is faster with good wrong warping.
Or depending on how you want to go about it, if you get a first turn quad on Astigmatism, killing the Astigmatism, which is an option, but a lot of people don't really do that. It's mainly because it's not really as viable a strat as, say, Snowy Core, for example, or even just doing normal fleeing on it. Basically, because with Astigmatism strats, if you do kill the Astigmatism in one turn, it can potentially save you one turn on Asgore. But obviously, not killing it in one turn wastes the time that you'd be saving, so it's not 100% viable if you're inconsistent with quadding on certain enemies with the pan.
So we just punch card the monster encounter there? I've never seen anybody do that. Interesting. Anyway, Snowy is firmly planted inside New Home right now. He's going to do Magalore skip. And the way Magalore skip works, normally you can't skip these encounters here. Because even if you were to punch card them, they'll just activate a couple moments later anyway. You can never stop the activation of it. However, by using a text block or a well-placed punch card, you can regain your movement while that one cutscene is activating and walk into the door quickly like Cookie just did there, and screen transitioning will cancel the encounter. So you can skip one of the unskippable cutscenes, and a different one later is also skipped by doing a wrong warp. Yes, Tootler is correct. Being Love 6, which is what you get by killing the Astigmatism, gives you an insurance turn on Asgore as opposed to a... it doesn't make it an 8 turn. 9 turn is still the minimum.
No, but I mean, like... Yeah, that's what I was meaning, more or less. Like, it's not going to make it an 8 turn for Taz, but, you know, it does that little bit extra damage that it could theoretically turn a 10 turn into a 9 turn or an 11 turn into a 10 turn.
Yes, but it also is a little risky as you're, risking going for the kill.
Yeah, because you're risking
both runners are going through the Walk of Feels, otherwise known as Monster Tail. This is a bunch of unskippable cutscenes with a lot of dialogue and... Yeah, Resident Sleeper. Resident Sleeper.
Hey, don't be dissing on the Feels train, man. Leave me alone. Leave it alone.
Anyway, it does have one of the most iconic and one of the best tracks in the entire game as its background music, though.
Yep.
The OST playing here is just Undertale, which is one of 2 tracks in the game to feature live performances. I can't remember her name, but somebody is playing on a live guitar here. It's the only one credited to have any live performances, but if you listen carefully, and by that I mean have ears to just, know that there's a microphone being used, in the track Last Goodbye, the piano that is played is actually a real piano. You can literally hear the microphone feedback.
I did not know that.
Yeah, at the very end. I'm not sure, it might have been Toby himself playing it. It's possible. I'm pretty sure the guy plays, or at least knows how to play piano. Most composers do.
So, assuming that Cookie's 2 encounters behind on Monster Tail, I want to say that he could still technically win this with a 2-turn or better differential than Snowy on Asgore. Maybe a 3-turn differential, I don't know for sure. It's a bit hard to tell because we don't really have a time gap on how long each of these takes. I want to say it's about 10 to 20, 10, 15-ish seconds at most.
We're talking about
each turn.
top 3 OSTs in chat. I'll get to that in one moment as soon as Snowy here verifies that he has completed Judgment Skip. Let's see. And does get it. Okay. Top 3 OSTs. That's a tough one. I'd say, in no order, because I can't name the top couple of them, I'd say probably Undertale, Xenoblade Chronicles, and maybe... Dang, there's so many good ones.
Are you talking about overall OSTs?
Yes.
Definitely Undertale. I might just have a quick look and see what else I have. I want to say, going a little bit off tangent here, but I want to say the Mass Effect series had a good OST and a good sort of background music throughout the series. Like, you could sort of tell the intensity was there when it needed to be. Third one is actually a kind of a tough question.
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles is a pick for me because if you've listened to that game soundtrack, it's amazing. Anyway, both runners are going to be on Asgore now. Snowy making his way into Asgore. This could potentially, if Snowy has a subpar Asgore and Cookie has an amazing Asgore, could turn the tide of this race. Snowy so far has whiffed all of his quads, so Cookie could potentially catch up here. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts, that's another good one. Sorry, just finishing up from that.
I don't know to mention Kingdom Hearts. That is a very good one. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VI. That was the one I was thinking of. That game's soundtrack is amazing. Cookie, unfortunately, also falling into the Snowy trap of whipping all of his quads.
I think this is going to go to Snowy unless something drastically happens in the Flowey fight. Like, even if they're... Because they both look like they're whiffing their quads. Oh no, Cookie just got one.
Snowy also just getting one. Cookie also getting another one. Stream froze up for a second there. Snowy, alright, on fire. He is getting quads in a row, so is Cookie. Asgore fight teams tends to be very streaky. Once you start getting up the quad train, you just focus better.
It's consistency. Like, once you get on starting to hit quads, it's kind of hard not to.
Yeah. Another thing that really helps is make sure that your Undertale is running at a consistent frame rate, because mine actually dips.
Oh.
I figured out that was the issue that was causing me to be really extra inconsistent at that fight. Snowy is going to be finishing off Asgore. Cookie looks like he's about 2 turns off if he quads both. So yeah, there isn't really much that Cookie can do now to win this. This is very good for both of them. Very good play from both. Very solid runs.
I think Snowy might have got a 13 turn, and if Cookie gets this...
They both got 13 turns. I think Cookie actually got a 12 turn.
Cookies was an 11.
Okay.
I think Snowy's was either a 12 or a 13, because I think it was the attack after next.
So yeah, it's a very close run from these two runners. Very good job. It does look like it's going to be Snowy pulling ahead at the end, though, unless something really weird happens during Omega Flyway, but this was a very solid effort from both of them.
Yep. No real major execution errors this time, which is always good to see.
Yep, definitely a finals-worthy race right here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I want to say you could probably...
about 10 seconds ahead, so 15 seconds. Rip Asgore, speedrunners. Well, I mean, it's faster. It's faster to kill Asgore.
I look at it as Asgore wants to die anyway, so I'm fulfilling his fantasy.
At least until we get into TPE, and then I'm a nice guy. Except I don't hug the goat. I have no soul. Let me tell you, that is the most difficult part of speedrunning this game, is having to come to terms with the fact that you can't hug Asriel.
Okay, so elaborating in a bit more detail about the end of the Asgore fight. Basically, throughout the fight, Asgore does not want to fight you, but he is somewhat forced to because of the situation that him and the underground monster are in. Which is also why at the end of it, when he realizes the situation, he is more than happy if you do end up killing him. Like, he doesn't regret it or show
There's
remorse or
actually
anything.
a scenario in which, if you are playing on a New Game Plus file that is beaten Asgore, killed him the first time, and Flowey is dead, if you spare Asgore, then he'll actually kill himself. I showed that off one time on a dead run for my all major endings. Yeah, if you select spare the second time around, if Flowey is dead on your save file, Asgore will kill himself.
Huh.
And give you his soul, and then Flowey will kill the soul. So that is interesting. Meanwhile, I saw someone above mention the Hyrule Castle theme from Breath of the Wild. It's probably the best in the series. I enjoy the Hyrule Castle theme in Breath of the Wild. I think just in general that Hyrule Castle is the best in the series because it's an actual like big dungeon, lots of fun stuff. I'd put it up there with probably, you know, I don't know, Hyrule Castle. Like I like how it was in Link to the Past, but like I don't think any of them are too particularly great. I like Twilight Princesses for its atmosphere, but in terms of being a dungeon, it's not really super good. Anyway, both runners will be fighting Flowey right now. So sit back and watch this automated cutscene and have fun. Oh yeah, Minish Cap out of Hyrule Castle, didn't it? Yeah, that was the final dungeon. It was alright, I think. I really don't remember much of that. I don't mind Twilight Princesses because I feel like, you know, the final dungeon of the game was basically the Palace of Twilight. You already had the amped up climb, so you have like this really bizarrely quiet dungeon, and I kind of really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Anyway, now the runners will be fighting. Still fighting Flowey. There's still a lot left to kill on this fight. Snowie's in Soul Phase 2. Cookie is just slightly behind him, about to enter Soul Phase 2. I think one of my favorite parts of this theme, Your Best Nightmare, is probably the drum sample. I really like the drum samples. Yeah, I really like how it is. No, I'm sorry, you can hear that, can't you? My bad. So, Cookie right now is on the ballet shoe phase. Now, you can actually take as much damage as you want during the soul phases, so if you just sit in the upper level, it should be virtually impossible for you to miss the act sign. I've never actually seen anybody miss it before. I've heard legends of some really bad runner missing it one time, but I don't know who that guy is. Missed that, it's actually free. Anyway, Snowy in the book section, these are books. Whether or not the act appears from the left or the right side is RNG, so Snowy will be sitting in the middle, playing it up to chance. Usually in our runs, we like to ask chat, hey, is it going to be on the left or the right? And just, you know, go for broke. So for Cookie, let's see if it's on the right or the left. Cookie's banking on it being on the left. He is correct. A little bit of a time save for him. Cookie's just gonna get fried alive, is gonna get the axe sign. Thankfully, though, this pan always usually fully heals you up because it just shoots out a ton of green eggs.
Yep. Hey, where's the ham?
Snowy, yeah, green eggs and ham, am I right? Snowy now going to be entering the gun phase. Gun here will shoot 8 rounds of 3 bullets. On the 8th round of 3, the 3rd bullet will be the axe sign. So they're going to count the amount of bullets and fly into the axe as efficiently as possible. As soon as you hear the sound is when you turn off your game and reload another copy, which will skip Flowey's like soul transformation thing, and you'll go right into the final phase. Speaking of which, we are now in the final phase, which means, chat, one final OW spam. OW in the chat. Spam to your heart's content. You won't get timed out, I think. Just OW spam. I want to see some creative stuff. I want to see just chat get absolutely obliterated, you know? Go ahead and spam it for Cookie, too, who is also on this phase.
Let's break chat. Let's go.
Let's break Twitch chat, boys. Boys and ladies and gentlemen, I want to see a broken Twitch chat. I invite you all out of the special zone of working in order to participate in the house.
Oh! Ow! Ow!
Ow! Ow! Once we get below half HP here, let's get some Urus. U-R-U. Uru. Ooh. Ooh.
Ow! Ow!
Wah! Toodler, meanwhile, is just killing himself over on his end. He's like, no! My Christian house spam has been ruined by Waluigi. And that will be Snowy finishing off Omega Flowey, trailing about 3 hits away from finishing him off. Waluigi time.
Finish you, man. It's like Waluigi!
Waluigi!
Okay, memes aside for now, let me
Sir Palo memes aside, if you haven't watched that video before, Underpants Genocide Ending, definitely one of the funniest Undertale videos on the internet. But yeah, both, you can stop the out spam now.
Yep, both runners have finished off the fight.
Yep, both.
And it looks like it's going to go to Snowy. Nothing else can really happen now. I want to say that these rounds will be mid-high 57s.
Yeah, very, very consistently good from both of them.
In times, I mean, Snowy had a 56.45 in his race, then 56.49, sorry. Then Cookie in his race that he won had a 57.49. So they've been within about a minute. Not too bad, really, for this sort of skill level.
The souls, what are they doing?
No, stop it! You belong to me!
You're supposed to obey me! Stop! Stop it! Exclamation point, stop! Expecting good commentary? Too bad. Waluigi time. Alright, anyway. Snowy finishing off Flowey. OBS won't track this, but he's walked into the door at 57-16. Yeah, 56-16.
That's better than I thought it would be.
57-16, that's a very good time. Cookiepocalypse will be following up. About to kill his Flowey. Let's see if OBS lets him see. Yep, we're actually going to see Cookie walk into the door with a 57-36. That's great time from both runners within 20 seconds of each other. GG's to both of them. Very well executed. Good tournament. Snowy will be taking it 2-1 over Cookiepocalypse. And that is the end of the Undertale Neutral Tournament. Thanks everybody for hanging out and watching, even though commentary got a little bit dry.
Yeah, apologies.
Best of threes do that to you.
Yeah.
It was a great time for all of us to commentate it. Hope you guys really enjoyed watching it. Go shout outs to the runners. Go follow them. SnowieY101 and Cookiepocalypse. There's also myself and BVC, who is BVC SRL on Twitch. And yeah.
And I believe we have both the runners in the call now. So I guess whenever we're ready to start proceedings for the post match.
So, how'd you guys feel? Snowy, how'd you feel?
Terrible.
Oof.
So I felt terrible in the second run.
I just want to say,
Apocalypse
we've gone
is
from
also
one end of the scale
myself
to the other in terms of how close this racing
who is
series have
BVC
been.
SRL on Twitch. What on earth? And why am I hearing myself right now? Oh, the commentary stream. I could hear myself. I gotta turn that off.
I guess whenever
that's probably one of our faults if we still have desktop audio on.
I was like, why am I hearing myself twice?
So anyway, as I was going to say before, we've gone from one extreme of the racing spectrum to the other, and we've gone from the first two races where at least one of the runners is fitted due to missed skips or soft locking in Cookie's case, to having a 20-second difference in the race. What were your thoughts going into the final race for both of you in terms of how you'd performed so far?
I was nervous because I was like, am I gonna fuck up again? I'm sorry, I just swore.
Honestly, the final race for me was the only one where I wasn't nervous. I was just like, whatever happens, I'll be fine with it. And then it turns out that I actually executed a couple seconds better than my PB, but I got hecked so hard in ruins that I ended up 20 seconds behind it.
If I wouldn't have fallen off at Ice Puzzle and twice or 3 times there, I would have had another 56.
Yeah,
that's because you're a cheater.
Yeah, because obviously, the first race, no, you had a first race. That was obviously a good effort from you there, not too far off Linux PB. And then in the second race, we saw sort of the exact opposite. We saw you fall off a little bit at News Skip and then Opera Skip later on. What was going through your mind at the time, knowing that you've gone from one end of the spectrum to the other in terms of skill and whatnot?
Yeah, it was like, I don't know, that last race was pretty close.
Hey, think of it this way. You still did better than me and BBC.
I beat... What's your PB, Cookie? 56-7?
56-18.
57-18?
57-8. Yeah.
56-18. He beat the world record.
No, the world record is 56-10.
Yeah, but English
he beat Linux world record.
I beat English world record by 14 seconds and didn't tell anyone.
He didn't highlight the VOD. He's getting back at Tej.
Yep.
Well.
Shane,
honestly, I think it's just in race and a series like this where I'm racing Snowy, it's so hard to I don't know. I feel like it's kind of hard to make up the time difference between our PBs, even though it's pretty small. It's only 30 seconds, but we're both generally, these races here didn't really show it, but we're so hecking consistent. I seem to consistently be in the mid to high 57 range, no matter what, because I always have some big mistake. But both of these runs could have easily PB'd if just a couple smaller things went better. My first run, I could have easily 56'd that if the huge mistakes hadn't happened. Yeah. And it just kind of stinks that I'm bad at the game and do that every run. But anyways, those were some pretty good races. I was kind of worried that coming into this, it'd just be a quick 2-0 and I'd be out of here.
Hey, you guys made it worth our while. 2-1.
Yeah. I was so relieved when Snowy forfeited because I was panicking super hard. What I did was when I got into Waterfall or when I got past Mad Dummy, I stopped reading the chat, so I had no idea where everyone was, and I just assumed that Snowy was 30 seconds ahead of me.
Yeah, and then of course
one dine, and then I missed News Show, and then I missed Opera, and I was just I'm done.
Yeah, well, you did the entire BBC special. Missed all of the Hotline skips.
Hang on. I don't really miss News Skip all that much anymore. Opera Skip, yeah, okay, I'll own it. I'll own up to that.
At least I didn't pull a Cookie and miss RG Skip.
I actually somehow don't do that anymore. I didn't
At least
change
you didn't pull a Shay and die to Asgore.
Okay, but I've got one important question. What was happening on the commentary during that last race? I just saw like chat freak out for like half of it. Like pretty much every time I was looking at chat, they were like, "What are these commentators doing?"
We kind of ran out of stuff.
We ran out of stuff to talk about, so we just started spouting memes, and it was a good time. It was fun. We were all having fun.
To be fair, though, I mean, as much as we try to provide high-level commentary for everyone watching, like we've basically been through the same run 3 times in a row. So unless it's more so for people that have just come into the stream for the first time, there's no real sort of variation in the run. So it's kind of, you don't want to talk about the same thing 3 times in a row. Like, okay, Cookie's performing one dime for the 3rd time in a row, and he gets it, no problems. I don't know, like.
Oh, man. So yes, I believe that they're doing some ALTTP rando after this.
I believe that I'm pretty sure originally it was supposed to start 30 minutes ago, but fortunately, I think it's either delayed or moved. And
yeah,
but there'll be something. There's randomizer like everywhere, and probably here too.
Right. For the sake of freeing up Speed Gaming's time, I think we should wrap this up.
Yeah, we'll wrap things up. Obviously, congratulations to both runners. Snowy for winning the Series 2-1. Unfortunately, Cookie, that didn't quite go to plan, I'm guessing. So, but still, you both made it to the finals of the event. So, you know, that obviously says a lot about your guys' abilities as runners of this game.
Yep. Congrats to both of you for making it here. Congrats to Snowy for winning. Cookie, you put up a good fight. Everybody go follow the runners if you want to see more Undertale.
Actually, wait. One quick thing on that. I just hit 2,000 followers, so please, like, 3 people unfollow me. I want to see how many times I can hit it.
In the meantime, you can also come and follow BBC and myself, who also run this game pretty consistently. There is a speedrun Discord. There is also a ton of guides for how to speedrun this game on the speedrun.com page. If you are interested in getting into Undertale speedrunning, I recommend it. It's pretty fun. So, with that, I think we're just going to about end it. So, thank you everybody for watching. You all have a fantastic night. Take care. See you all in the future for whatever other shenanigans we'll be doing. Bye!
Thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time.
Doodles!
Goodbye forever.